Hello, everybody. Quick intro today. I forgot to change it back. Oh well. Um, Welcome to After the Credits, episode 120. I know it says 119, but it is 120. I guarantee it's 120.
It says
AK
120 on the YouTube stream.
Oh, does it? Okay, it just
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
update.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
cool. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. AKA Star Wars Day. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like we very rarely stream on like the holidays. Like, and it always lands like the day before, the day after. But I think I feel like out of all our partner like friends that also do streams, mine is the worst one to have landed on Star Wars Day. I feel
Well,
like
hey, you've got the best person for a Star Wars
That's
Day,
That's
resident Star Wars aficionado, right here. So yeah, May the 4th be with you all in the chat, and watch out for Revenge of the 5th tomorrow. And everybody also forgets about Return of the 6th. That's all I got.
That's all you have. But
That's all I
yeah,
got.
we have a fun lineup here today. We have what I think is going to be a full house. Obviously, our good buddy Taz is here. Taz, how are you? How's it going?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. It's been a busy week, busy weekend. Happy to be here as always. This is my favorite part of every Monday. So yeah, there's a lot to talk about.
It's a crazy week for sure.
Yeah.
And we have. I was not expecting this week. Ben is back on the show. Ben, how are you, my friend?
I'm tired.
Is that a new
feel
haircut?
that.
Is that a new
Oh
haircut?
yeah.
Looks nice. Looks very, very nice, my friend.
Looking
Yeah.
spiffy.
Thank you. My Mondays have become by far my busiest days of the week, where there are some Mondays I am leaving at 9 a.m. and getting back at 10 p.m. Today I happen to have about an hour and a half gap, so I'm like, I can actually do this for a bit.
All right. Well,
And I'm gonna try to be here next week for Daredevil's finale.
Okay. Perfect.
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, we have again a very fun lineup of shows. Unfortunately, there is a lack of. But we still have a lot of great shows.
That was good.
I had to squeeze it in one last time.
Well, hey, so there is, you know what? There is some versus news though from today. If you want to talk about the ridiculousness that the Invincible versus social medias went through today, and just also the fact that the game is out. I guess we can at some point, if you guys want to, we could talk about kind of initial impressions and stuff. Kind of replace our Invincible talk with the game, because I did go through the story. All 1 hour of it.
I did hear it's short. Yeah.
It's so incredibly short. You can maybe squeeze it to an hour and a half, but even then, it's like
I haven't started yet. I haven't.
Oh, you haven't.
I'm trying to finish up my. I'm really close to finishing up Kingdom Hearts, and I'm like, I want to get that done first, and then I can just go through that.
Okay. Let's save it for. We'll save it for another week then.
Okay. Yeah, maybe next week we can try and put it on the schedule, like Invincible main story talk.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, there'll be a bit more time as well.
Oh yeah. And sure. I'll preface it too by saying it feels like episode 1 of a seasonal episodic story.
And it seems like what I've heard, they're going to update more, like maybe every season. Like that would.
I would hope maybe
cool.
each. It seems like if you bought the deluxe edition, you get like the year 1 character pass. It seems like maybe every character is going to be obviously their own season, and with that character and that season maybe comes a new story. Whether or not it's directly intertwined with that character that they're introducing, I have no idea. I that would be very cool to do so.
Yeah.
It would be very kind of Injustice or Mortal Kombat-esque by them doing that. Or even kind of if you go into, like Call of Duty or even like Fortnite with like the seasonal content is like the whatever character that comes out is the story for the season. So I feel like they're most likely going to go in that direction. But it was a very strong start without any spoilers. It was a very strong start. I'm terrible at the game. I had to play it on easy mode because I got my butt kicked on normal in the first fight. It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah, I've been playing it. It's all right, but the story disappointed me a bit. In terms of more of like, the story itself is actually pretty solid, but like it just
The fact that it's an hour.
The hour feels like a DLC to the main story that we never got.
Interesting. That's a good point. That's a good point.
An hour does disappoint me based on the price of the game. Like I think kind of a lot for an hour worth of footage. Or
but here's
there are some people that are only going to buy it for the story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. That $50 price is going to look a lot better, say, a year from now when you've got maybe 4, 5, 6 DLCs, so it is a 6-hour story to play through.
So up the price in a year when we have that.
Yeah, I did actually see somebody say that is like they should have released it almost like an early access style game.
Sure.
Like $30 for the game, $30 for like the seasonal content, or if you want it all together, it's $60, which is kind of how it was. It was $40 for the base game, and then $70, I believe, for the game with the deluxe edition stuff, which I got suckered into buying. And where's my deluxe edition content, William? It wasn't there on day one. So
I'm excited to hop in though. It looks fun from what I've seen.
It's very fun. A little hard to get used to the fighting mechanics for me, but
yeah. Mm-hmm. It's very different from like a Mortal Kombat or an Injustice. I think people have been comparing it more so to like a Killer Instinct.
Sure.
Or like a Marvel versus Capcom or something like that.
Sure, yeah. But it's a fun time. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah.
I still don't think it warrants the price, but we'll see.
Sure.
Yeah.
But again, the big show today, obviously, we're going to be talking about some Star Wars today. We'll get into that in a little bit. We have the season finale of Darth Maul, not the series finale. We know more is coming, thankfully. We'll have like a general conversation on like favorite Star Wars stuff in a minute. We have The Boys, which we will talk about. We might have a guest popping in here soon. For those wondering if there's someone in the thumbnail that's not here yet, link has been sent, so we'll see if they pop in, and maybe we'll have to change it afterward. And Daredevil Born Again had their penultimate episode. I kind of had a sad feeling this week of like, oh wait, our like triple show lineup is going away. Like we said goodbye to Nicole last week, and Darth Maul is going away this week, and Daredevil's going away next week, and it's like, oh no.
And there was going to be like nothing. Well, I guess. But I almost said how long is Supernatural running? How many more weeks is The Boys running?
This week was episode 5, so we have 3 more weeks. Okay. So there will be
Okay.
But you know what? And we'll tease at the end, but like we got some stuff lined up,
Yeah.
Especially for like we got Spider Noir coming. We're gonna be doing Mandalorian and Grogu here at the end of the month.
So soon.
I don't know if we've announced it on here yet, but we have plans to go through X-Men 97 season 1 in preparation for season 2.
For season 2.
We will go through comments here in a second. I don't want to leave you guys hanging, but it was announced this week. My Adventures with Superman will be starting at the very beginning of June, so that we can add that to the roster. I'm so excited for that to be back.
My thing about I don't love season 1. Season 1, I think, does a lot of stuff to try to make itself not a Superman show.
Interesting.
But then season 2 pulled me in so I think season 1's like a 7.5 out of 10. It's a good season, but season 2 I give it 9 out of 10. I loved season 2.
I kind of like 1 a little better. I like both. I like 1 a little bit better.
I think I agree with you, Darren, on that one. I liked season 1 more just because, again, I think that's kind of my theme is I am a sucker for like either a good origin story or a good redemption arc, and that was a really good kind of origin and a good setup. Like, again, not that season 2 was, didn't live up to it by any means, but I didn't feel as enthralled with season 2. I feel like is the best way to put it. Like I liked a lot of the Supergirl stuff, but it just
I think it gets good in the back half. I think
it does. It does.
I was also Brainiac out when this came out because Harley Quinn season 5 came out around the same time. So I was very
Brainiac though.
I love Brainiac. Like I was so Brainiac when it came out.
I also didn't do season 4 of Harley Quinn, so maybe that's why. All right, let's go through some chat here. We have some wonderful people in chat today. Gotham City Cat, welcome to the stream. First time I'm seeing you around here, so thank you for joining. Said Happy Star Wars Day and may the 4th be with you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. May the 4th be with you, and watch out for Revenge of the 5th. I will not watch out for Revenge of the 5th. I won't do it. Hello, may the 4th be with you. Oh, these are just going to be Star Wars quotes. So Happy Star Wars Day, everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeffrey. Hi, Ben, Taz, and Darren. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Harrison. Everyone just saying hi to each other.
Yeah.
Ben had to be here for Star Wars Day. Yes, he did.
I will make this quick comment. Maul has really made me want to watch Clone Wars. Like
I'm kind of there too.
That's
yeah.
so crazy that you got like have not. So like none of like literally zero Clone Wars.
Okay,
or
I
like,
watched the Clone Wars movie for the first time like last week.
Okay, but that's it.
That's it. Literally.
Oh my god!
I've done like 15 maybe episodes. I've started it like 3 times.
Okay.
It's
but you haven't even. But if
I'm
you've
like,
started it, you haven't gotten to. If you're watching in order, you haven't even gotten. You haven't scratched the surface.
Yeah.
Like you're basically the first season is like it's like a proof of concept.
Yeah.
It doesn't like really start getting going until like back end of season 2 into season 3. Like there's some really pivotal arcs that happen kind of like at that I guess the midway point through the show, and then it really changes course after that, and it just becomes so good. Like it is.
I mean, I have heard so many good things about its final season that I'm like, I need to see where that is.
I need to get to it. Although what I've seen
might...
already gave me my goat Jar Jar Binks, so it's already 10 out of 10.
My other problem with Clone Wars, like once I get the Clone Wars, I know in my head I'm gonna want to watch Rebels and Bad Batch. Like so, it's like I'm looking at like a 15.
It's such a long,
And you haven't seen any of Rebels or Bad Batch either?
No, that's what. So I'm looking at like a commitment of like 10 to 15 seasons, and it's like I need to prepare myself for that.
What I would give to have amnesia and be able to experience all of those over again.
We might just have to do it as a group. We might just have to be like, all right, let's
I'm down. I'm so down. I think. I mean, Maul made me want to watch Rebels again. Like, because I very recently rewatched all of Clone Wars, like within the last year or so. But I haven't seen Rebels in a while.
I didn't expect to like Maul as much as I did, and that really surprised me. And I was in a good way though.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see.
It's great to just see something that's like. Oh, sorry. It's just great to see something that's like universally seems like it's loved within the Star Wars community.
Seriously,
because there has not been something of that level since, say, Mandalorian season 1, probably.
I'd say the first
like
two,
season 1 and 2. And Ahsoka even as well. I think to an extent.
I was gonna say Andor season 1 other than UTAS, but.
Most would say that for Andor. Yeah.
Happy Star Wars Day to everything Star Wars except Andor.
Boo. 2 weeks until Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Is everyone ready? No, I have too many games to play. I'm not ready.
I've also
Darren, just become a speedrunner.
I'm also a Nintendo guy, so I've been playing a lot of Tomodachi Life, which has been a lot of fun.
Oh, I've heard that's good.
It's like a Sims type game, and I'm really into Sims.
Yeah.
So I'm playing a lot of that recently.
I think I'm splurging next month for my birthday and I'm getting a Switch too, because I want to play that. I want to play what's that new Pokemon game as well that like everyone's playing, the like Island or whatever.
Poketopia.
That looks so much fun. I want to play that.
I need to get it. Yeah.
Darren, if you get a Switch 2, you could get Resident Evil.
Yeah. I got a Switch 2 for my birthday back in September, and I do really love it. I don't use it as much as I should, but I really do like
it. Clone Wars gets stronger and stronger each season. All right.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think each season's better than the last one.
We'll put it on the like potential maybe, and on that list.
I'm still fighting that. I had this last time. I'm still fighting that thing of Clone Wars or Avatar because I need to watch both this year.
Clone Wars.
Avatar.
I need to watch both. I need to watch both. Like
one's shorter.
I know, but I'm leaning to do the longer one first because it'll make Avatar feel better and like in terms of it's only 80 episodes. I can do that.
Okay, nice.
There's a really interesting general streaming search for Star Wars that came out today. Yeah, we can talk about that in a second. I thought that was interesting. Them fighting words, Taz. I don't know what that's reference for.
Probably the Andor thing.
Andor.
the Andor shade.
Season 2 wasn't universally loved, but season 1 was.
By everyone but me.
I don't know. I feel like I've heard more things about Andor season 2 than 1.
So I've heard a lot of good things about season 2. By the way, from a guy who's still never seen Andor. But I've heard a lot of good things about Andor season 2.
Why are you defending it if you haven't seen it?
I've heard amazing things about Andor.
I can defend season 1. I think season 1 is great, even if it's slow sometimes. I think season 1 is great.
I really like Rogue One, and so it's like I feel like I'll like the vibe of Andor. But
I'm literally wearing a Vader Rogue One shirt, so I do love Rogue One. I just think
that's interesting. That's so
yeah. I think actually, so here's the dichotomy and like where my brain doesn't make any sense. I think Rogue One is the best Disney Star Wars movie.
A lot of people would say either that or Force Awakens. So
yeah, but
hopefully we can say this about Starfighter next year.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I think this is what they were referencing, wanting us to talk about. The most streamed Star Wars project by generation. So Gen Alpha has watched Mandalorian, which is
fair. It's
interesting to me because there is literally a like a baby Star Wars show. Like there's like a young Star Wars show. It's like Jedi Academy or whatever.
There is, honestly,
or even like Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, fair. Like when I have kids though, I don't think I'm gonna show them those kids Star. Like I would show them Skeleton Crew probably realistically, even though I still haven't seen it, but I've heard good things.
Here's the method. First thing is it's got to be the way that you were brought up, right? First thing that you've got to show them is the original trilogy. You got to go original trilogy, prequels, then everything in the middle, and then you can figure it out from there. But
you would hate the way I got into Star Wars because I got into Star Wars so differently than everybody else.
Okay.
Like
elaborate.
The first Star Wars thing I ever watched was Mandalorian season 1.
Interesting. Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah, because that's fair.
I thought the show was doing really well. I was like, let me watch the show. So I binged the first 2 seasons, and then I was like, wait, I want to watch these movies. So then I watched the original trilogy, prequels, sequels, all that, and then I started watching some of the shows, and then that's really how I got into Star Wars with Mandalorian.
Nice. Well, and I think that's why that kind of brings it full circle as to why the Mandalorian and Grogu movie is such a big thing, because I think a lot of people are like you, that the Mandalorian is their first Star Wars thing because it came out at kind of the perfect time. Like it came out right before COVID, I believe, which means that it was then.
It was like December.
Yeah. It was So it was end of 2019. So it was like and it was also the first big like streaming show on Disney Plus.
It was
so
perfect.
If you had, if you had Disney Plus, you were watching The Mandalorian.
It was one of the only like general things too. Like
you don't even have to know Star Wars to enjoy The Mandalorian. Like I think very much so. As much as again, I am a purist in the fact that I think you should watch it in release order.
No, I agree.
I do think that if you say have a friend that is not a Star Wars fan by any means, throw on The Mandalorian. Don't even tell them that it's Star Wars, and see if they're interested. And if it piques their interest, then you've got it.
That's why I liked season 1 so much, because it didn't feel like I was trapped in this. It's more Star Wars. I'm not going to understand most of it.
I was so shocked how much I liked Mandalorian when I watched it, because I was like, I didn't grow up with Star Wars. I was maybe 15 when I watched Mandalorian. And funny enough, the reason I watched it was Mandalorian got added to Fortnite. That was like probably 30% of the reason I.
That's great.
But
that's great.
Yeah, it's such a good show. And then I watched season 3 for the first time like a month ago, and it was good. Not the best season, but it was good.
And then Gen Alpha is The Mandalorian, which is interesting. Gen Z is Clone Wars, which that just makes sense. Like that is like 2000s.
Like, it's our generational show. Like even though
like you're watching Clone Wars next to like Generator Rex and Ben 10, so it's very Gen Z coded. Yeah. Which again, I think I love it. Like again, I really do. I think once I watch Clone Wars and Rebels, I think I will be so much more into Star Wars than
I think I will too.
Yeah. I mean, those were literally Clone Wars and Rebels are what kept me a Star Wars fan between the movies. Like again, I grew up watching like, my dad showed me the original trilogy. He showed me the prequels. I very much so gravitated towards the prequels more because I loved Anakin. I just really liked those prequel movies. I watched those a ton.
Too. Yeah.
And then when the trailer came out for the Clone Wars movie, oh my God, my brother and I, we were there in the theaters watching that movie. We were hooked. We, loved it when the show came out on Cartoon Network. We were there for every single episode. Like that was what kept Star Wars alive for us outside of the Lego games.
I mean, it
was Clone Wars.
It got revived twice? Because I think Netflix did a season and then Disney did a season.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it originally aired on Cartoon Network. Their original final season 7, aired on Netflix, and then Disney Plus got the rights to it, and then that's when season 8 came out.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So Netflix did a season, but it just showed what generational that show was.
Well, Netflix didn't necessarily do the season; they just released the season.
Well,
it was created when it was still owned by Cartoon Network. But
they distributed it. It was technically owned by it was their season.
Yes, it was their season.
Sure.
Yeah. They published it, I guess, is the best way to put it.
Yeah, I wonder if like that. I wonder if Darth Maul can be that for like this upcoming generation, because I think I think
Possibly.
Gen Alpha does need, and maybe that's Mandalorian based on that thing, like maybe like Mandalorian is like all these new people in. But like again, I'd say Star Wars is as popular as it is now because Clone Wars was able to
agree.
this generation into it and alive. And like
Yeah.
when you look at like Ahsoka Tano is now like one of the biggest Star Wars characters, and it's so crazy that she wasn't introduced via the movies.
Honestly, I thought she was introduced in the series. So when I watched the Clone Wars movie last week, I was like, she was introduced in this?
Yeah, well, I mean, that was literally the whole point of the movie. The movie was the pilot for the show. The movie was actually not even necessarily the pilot. It was like a middle chunk of episodes. It was supposed to be like episodes like 5, 6, 7, and 8 or something like that. It was an arc from like the middle of the first season, but they ended up ripping it out of it and making it a movie. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It
is.
It didn't play like that for me. I think the movie. I do understand what people say about the movie. Like the movie's not great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but it kept me watching. Like I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm. I think the movie, it has a really good beginning. It has a really good end, but I think the middle chunk drags a little bit again, and that's to me is where I feel it being like, oh, this does feel like episodes of the show. Because Clone Wars does do that. Like, it has very interesting arcs, but it also does have smaller, like, I don't even want to call them necessarily filler episodes or filler arcs, but just, like, smaller stories that don't necessarily fully impact the overall plot and kind of drag down the pace of it a little bit.
That's true.
But that's why, too, is if you are going to watch through Clone Wars, if you don't care about seeing absolutely everything and you just want to get the general story, you could go find like a Reddit thread where it tells you like the most important episodes, and that's actually how I watched it most recently when I went back. Like when I watched it when I was a kid, I watched everything. My most recent watch back, I watched that plus any episode that I knew that I really liked. I went through and I watched that and added it and made my own kind of like funky spaghetti order. So
nice. Yeah, Clone Wars was just so like generational. Like the amount of like shows that kind of make Clone Wars a requirement, though, I find interesting.
Sure.
Like Book of Boba Fett, the character from that, and like Mandalorian, Book of Boba have characters from Clone Wars. Ahsoka's literally a Clone Wars sequel series.
Yes.
Mandalorian and Grogu is like another one where there are elements. I guess more so Rebels. I guess it has more from there, but
yes.
But Rebel came from
It's interesting, like how I think better Star Wars has done it in that category than Marvel, because Marvel has been dealing with that same thing where they're putting their TV characters into the movies and they're not translating well. But I think it works better here because
it's because Star Wars can also just do they can have any timeline they want. It's not a cohesive thing.
Sure. I also think Clone Wars just came out in an era where more people were like, I felt like if you were a Star Wars fan, you were watching Clone Wars because there wasn't a lot else content at the time. So like,
it was filling in that content.
Yeah. So, it's so interesting to think about that. 10 years ago, Star Wars was pretty much like 7 movies and a few seasons of Clone Wars.
Yeah. Now it's like probably 20 plus projects in.
Well, I would actually kind of like to disagree with that because yes, it was. Movie wise, 7 movie or well, I guess technically if you're going to before Disney bought Star Wars, 6 movies, Clone Wars, and then technically also the 2003 animated Clone Wars series.
That thing. Well, I mean, there was also some animated series in the 80s, weren't there?
Yeah, there was something.
Holiday special.
Well, yes, also the holiday special. But here's the other thing that you had that you don't have now is you had a vast variety of Legends books, comics, video
That's
games.
true. Yeah, no, that's
Just
true.
there was so much expanded universe content that was all thrown out the door when Disney came in, and now
That's true.
that content is being like slowly drip fed and reintroduced to us, which is great for, you know, classic fans and everything like that, but also it feels kind of like a slap in the face to people who grew up with that and knowing those stories and
Sure.
feeling like, oh, this is Star Wars to me.
Sure,
And now
Sure.
now in the Star Wars timeline, you know, your Star Killers don't exist, and, you know, Darth Revan, maybe he exists, maybe he doesn't, who knows? Like a lot of these things that you took at face value as like, okay, this is the story of Star Wars, got
Sure.
changed. And
Sure.
obviously, yes, Disney is telling their own story, and I, you know, again, commend them for growing the show and making it, you know, more mainstream with all the Disney Plus shows and with, you know,
Yeah.
bringing Mandalorian and Grogu to theaters and everything like that. But
7 years ago, yeah.
I do really still miss a lot of that expanded universe content, and that's why when we get things
Sure.
like Tales the Jedi, Tales the Empire, now with Maul, you know, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, things that feel like classic Star Wars in it, things that really go a long way to expand the universe and bring back elements from that previous canon and make it now, you know, the actual history and the actual lore. It makes it feel like, okay, Lucasfilm is listening to an extent. And again, now with Dave Filoni in charge, like the sky's the limit at that point. So
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of IPs though. Like I think every franchise has dealt with like, well, this was canon and now it's not. Like you could be like, well, Marvel's dealt with
It's
that
true.
with like
yes,
Agents of
Agents of
Shield, and
S.H.I.E.L.D.,
like
ugh.
I grew up with all those like straight to DVD Disney movies.
Oh,
Those that shit ain't canon,
well,
right?
I mean, but it was
Tarzan
never
2
meant to,
is canon.
But it was never meant to be, like-
but here's the thing, it never was. You know, it's
Yeah.
not like say they released, for example, right? Think about Daredevil, right? They released, you know, seasons 1 through 3 on Netflix and everything. And what were they originally going to do? They were originally going to say, no, those first three seasons are not canon. Alternate universe
I'd say
didn't
they were
happen.
originally made
We're
to be
going
canon.
to. I know. Yes, they
And
were
they were made to
originally
be
made.
canon, yes.
They were originally made to be
But-
canon, just like Star Wars Legends were originally made to be canon.
Sure.
Like
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
But Marvel just had that
you
problem,
know,
though.
the Old Republic and everything, that was all
Buddy.
made to be canon. Disney buys Star Wars and is like, Old Republic, you're no longer a thing. You don't
You
exist.
know, I think
And
we're
then
finding
throws
out
it out
it's a
there.
Disney issue.
Yes.
Because Marvel,
Let's
like,
say-
the amount of shows that they've had, like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, they were all written to be canon in mind.
Sure.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're never going to be talked about again. S.H.I.E.L.D. maybe, but even then, I don't think the same thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but before we get like too in the weeds of it.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
know,
I could
no,
literally
you're
talk
good.
about this for like 5 hours.
And I'm probably gonna trigger another thing, but we will be getting into our shows of the week here in a second. But I do want to go around and I want to be like, what's everyone's top 3 Star Wars projects of all time? We have a top
Ooh.
3.
I've probably seen the least
Okay.
here, so mine would be probably generic, but I have an idea.
It's tough. Taz, do
Do you want me?
Obviously,
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want me to start?
Yeah, you get a
I
start.
would say, do you want me to give it in an order or just no particular order, just top
Just
3?
do like top 3, just like
Okay.
any order.
Okay, so movie side of things, Revenge of the Sith, for sure, is the best movie out of all of them, in my opinion, my favorite movie. The Clone Wars, just as a series, generally, best TV adaptation for Star Wars. And then picking a game, Force Unleashed, with Starkiller.
Ooh, sure.
So,
Okay.
Revenge of the Sith,
Okay.
Clone Wars, Force Unleashed, that is my holy trinity of Star Wars right there. That is everything Star Wars to me.
Okay.
I'm going to cheat with mine a little bit. I'm going to say the original series. Or, I'm sorry, the like
Go for it.
original trilogy as like one,
Okay.
because I kind of forget like what each one is. I just kind of like that
Sure.
original run. I like that original story. And I kind of think of it as like one thing in my head. So I'll go with
Okay.
that. Probably
Sure.
what's 5? What's that one called?
Empire.
Empire. If I had to choose, I'd say
Empire.
Empire out of those 3.
Okay.
I'd go Revenge of the
Agreed.
Sith. Revenge of the Sith, I think, was my first like holy shit moment with Star Wars. Like that was my like, oh, what the hell? This is awesome! Like this is such a cool experience. And then, oh, can I find it like really, really, really quickly? I'd go. Nope. No, here it is. I'd go Skeleton Crew. I'd go Skeleton Crew in my top 3.
Yeah, you do. Skeleton Crew.
I was so blown away because I was like, oh wait, I can like Star Wars. Like I can be this into Star Wars in the way that everyone else is into Star Wars. I had such a good time. Such a good time.
For me, it's 2 of the movies. It's Empire and Revenge of the Sith. For those 2, fantastic. Honorable mention to Rogue One, though.
Rogue One's good. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna say Mandalorian because that's the one that means the most to me because it was my first Star Wars anything. But honorable mention to because I wanted to say Battlefront 2.
Ooh, the new Battlefront 2 or the original Battlefront 2?
The original.
Okay.
I really like the original Battlefront 2.
Okay.
So honorable mention to that, but realistically, Mandalorian would take that 3rd slot.
Let's read some chat choices here.
But here beforehand, if we're gonna throw out honorable mentions, Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga.
Okay.
Ooh, okay, that is a
Okay. Well, then let me throw out the Phineas and Ferb special that they did.
Oh my gosh.
Peak Cinema. Number 1. I used to have that in my letterbox at number 1, and people got so pissed at me.
Oh my gosh.
They're like, you can't, it's not canon.
No,
I'm like, I don't care.
The Star Tours Disney ride. That is not even, that originally wasn't even officially licensed Star Wars stuff before Disney even owned Star Wars. I remember going to that as a kid, and it was amazing.
Actually, Spaceballs is the best Star Wars movie.
Well, no, actually the best Star Wars movie was once again when I was at Disney as a kid and I got to fight Darth Vader.
Yes,
that was amazing.
Okay, all right.
And I remember it wasn't even the first time that I tried. It's like I remember one year I tried and I didn't get picked, and then the next year I came back. I had this amazing Star Wars shirt on. I was screaming and yelling like, pick me, pick me.
Disney World.
At Disney World.
Oh, that's
so there was like they have like a live show.
Okay.
Like so if you've ever seen the meme of like Boba Fett dancing up on stage, like that it's that stage kind of thing, right? And so they picked a bunch of kids from the crowd to like come up and train and fight Darth Vader and stuff like that, and that was maybe like my greatest Disney memory of all time.
That's pretty sick.
But again, that was before they even really owned Star Wars. That was when they were licensing it out to be in Disney parks. So that shows you how long ago that was.
Fair.
We have Andor, Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith.
I am so sure that Clone Wars will be in my top 3 once I see it. Because how much
it's gotta be.
Character development, it's gonna be my top 3.
Empire, Fallen Order, Clone Wars. I also think I might like the Fallen Order games.
They're really good.
They're very good. They're very good.
They're really good. The only reason I don't is I think they're better gameplay than the Force Unleashed games, but the Force Unleashed games have a way better story.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Which the one with Cameron? Which one is that?
Yeah, you're thinking of Jedi Fallen. Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor. Yeah. I think again those are great gameplay-wise games. I like the story, but I don't love it as much again as Force Unleashed.
Gotcha.
That's fair.
I just feel like maybe getting me like into the world, being just like, oh, I am in Star Wars, and I feel like that being a way for me to get invested might be like,
it's very
I
cool.
see it all differently now.
It's very cool. I do have to replay those games. I haven't played them in a long time.
Okay.
Anybody ever played the Vader VR game?
No, but I really wanted
sick,
to.
It was really fun.
So bad.
It's really fun. So basically, it gives you lore on like Mustafar and Vader's castle.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my Star Wars phase was really 2021 and 2022, and I watched and played a lot of stuff.
Okay.
It kind of stopped. It didn't correlate to it, but it happened to stop after Obi-Wan came out. But I've been wanting to get back to Star Wars since, but this is the best time for me to do it because I'm actually genuinely enjoying Star Wars right now.
Sure. Yeah. It might be a good year for them too, because like Darth Maul was such a great start to like the year. We'll see. We'll see how they do.
Please.
And then what? We have Ahsoka season 2 coming out this year.
Hopefully, yeah. rumored to be coming out
Rumored.
this year. Yeah.
And what, the Ninth Circle spinoff is coming out this year too? I think it's Ninth Circle, the like Star Wars Vision spinoff show we're getting.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a rumor too that they're gonna announce the third Jedi game this year as well.
Yes, I've heard that rumor.
And Star Wars Pod Racer is coming out in October, I think.
Galactic Racing, right?
Galactic Racer, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I do think that Disney in general have just kind of fixed, like they're trying to fix their shit right now, and I think they're doing it in a really good way.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that feels like a good transition point to get into our first show today.
Speaking of Disney fixing their stuff, Star Wars Maul Shadowlord.
Just a heads up, I'll probably only be around for this segment since I got to go in a bit. I don't know when yet, but I'll probably only be around for this segment.
Well, you know what, actually, then? Since you're only here for a little bit, I'm actually not going to do the show right now, then. Sorry, Star Wars fans. Since I only have you for a little bit, I kind of forgot about that part. Let's actually do the boys first. I forgot.
My bad.
Well, then you guys have fun talking the boys.
The boys. Sorry, guys.
The boys. You got to tell me all the supernatural stuff, though. So I'm going to be listening.
Yeah, I mean,
this was a weird episode.
It was a weird episode.
This might be their weirdest episode. And that's not even a complete bad thing. Like, I don't think it's, like, bad weird. It's sometimes bad weird. But, like, what a weird episode.
First of all, I haven't actually really talked about, how are you enjoying this final season so far? I haven't really talked to you about it.
I think I like it. I'm not loving it. I'm not in love with this season. But I think it's good.
No, I'm trying to think. I think I like it more than season 2 and 4 for me. Because I think I'm enjoying it more. And I think that's just the presence of some specific characters, and I really like them. But I don't think I like it as much as seasons 1 and 3 or even Gen V season 1 for me.
Yeah, I think it's gonna end up being my bottom 2 of the show.
Really?
It's definitely better than 4, but
Better.
I like 1, 2, 3, and all of Gen V more, I think.
I've always been a season 2 hater, so for me it's always gonna be better than 2. But
fair.
It's interesting. Like, for instance, I think episode 1 of this season is better than any episode they did last season. And that was immediately for me.
It's definitely better than season 4. This season is easily better than season 4 for me.
Easily better.
But yeah, this episode is interesting. I know people were saying like this season dragging its feet, and I don't disagree. Now, listen, I do disagree if people calling this episode filler. It's not filler. It's not a filler episode.
No,
Are there filler elements in this episode?
Yes.
Sure.
Here's the thing. I think people have forgotten what the term filler actually means, and they just assume if something doesn't go this way, it's got to be filler.
Yeah.
For instance, that episode of Invincible, episode 4, the Hell episode, that is filler. That is pure filler. But it depends. Will it go somewhere? If it goes somewhere, technically, it's not filler.
No, I don't. I talked about this last week as well with Colonel, but people would not have survived the CW era of 6 episodes of filler a season.
Yeah, or Flash's final season literally being 80% filler, but it's just this ain't filler.
No, this episode. Yeah, I think this episode was like my okay. This is good, but I do need you to get moving. Right?
There are 3 episodes left.
There are 3 episodes left, and I think they're in a spot where I need them to get moving, but also it maybe feels like they were ready to wrap it up a couple of seasons ago, and they're like, we need to stall for time until the big thing happens.
My personal favorite season is season 3, and I don't think that's going to defend beating season 3 for me.
Season 3 is peak, yeah.
Season 3 is so peak. But I will say, this even have 3 episodes left. 3 episodes is a lot for this type of show, because they can be over an hour long.
We have 3 hours left. We have a long movie, right? We have Avengers Endgame equivalent. So
and that is enough. I trust that they can wrap it up, but they got to start.
Yeah. I'll say I think my feelings on the season is going to depend on how they wrap the show up and how they are,
But yeah,
because
just
I
don't
will
have enough
say, like,
brains.
I think I do think a lot of it is like you got a lot of like spin-off setup as well. Like they are so clearly setting up the Bot Rising spin-off.
They have a little too much Soldier Boy in this season for me. We're gonna get more of him. I don't need him in this season for me.
I like him here, but he
like
is
him there,
kind of
but
the main
it's
character
weird.
right now.
It's
Yeah.
like, and don't get me wrong, I love Jensen Ackles. I think he would have a great job as Soldier Boy. I'm so excited for his spinoff.
Mhm.
Like, and we could talk about this, like, in January when the spinoff comes out. Like, we'll talk about we'll talk about his character a lot more there. But his character shouldn't have as much of a presence in the show if it does.
I don't know. I think it's interesting. I'm not hating it, but like also maybe it's because he's my favorite character. Like I really enjoy
He's a top 3
Soldier
character.
Boy.
I love him. I really love that character. It annoys me that since it's the final season, we're getting so much more of him than a lot of the characters that have been there since season 1.
Sure.
That's what it bothers
It's
me.
definitely set up. Like every episode, there's a line where it's like, "Oh, I did this with this character." It's like, okay, we're clearly going to see that. Like, there's a line this week where it's like, "Oh,
Exactly.
I did coke with like Stan Edgar." It's like, oh, okay, so we're going to get a young Stan Edgar in that show, right? So that's
Just
kind
get
of
Giancarlo Esposito to play the character again. Don't even have any makeup. Just get him to
he
play
looks
the character.
no different. He just looks.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you fucking met him last week, right?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago. I didn't meet him, but I got to go to a thing he was speaking
cool.
at.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he was fun. He was answering a lot of questions. It's funny because you could tell he really wanted to be a motivational speaker. That's what he was doing. His entire lecture was based on motivation for students.
That's cool. That's awesome.
So it was fun to see, though. It was cool to see him. That's the second time I'd been in a room with him since he was at a Comic-Con panel I was at about 2 years back.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome. That's great.
It was cool to see him. It was a vibe.
But yeah, let's talk about the like supernatural of it all.
Okay.
Because that was one of the big things going into the episode or going into this season. I was kind of
Did someone say supernatural?
Yeah.
A show that I haven't watched being referenced in another show that I haven't watched that I'm somewhat obsessed with both.
I've been sending you clips all week of just being like, look,
Yeah.
They said the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the
Well,
thing.
it's funny. So here's my little connection before we talk about this. So this weekend I was at the tattoo shop getting my most recent art pieces being permanently etched into my skin. And I'm talking to my artist about like shows and stuff like that. I mentioned Supernatural. And then I mentioned how they're like doing like a reunion and everything on The Boys.
Sure.
And I was like, oh yeah, and then Soldier Boy's getting a spinoff show. Which makes sense because they canceled Gen V. And then somebody else in the shop was like, what? They canceled Gen V? This is how I find out? And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm just like a show that I've never seen. I just break the worst news you'll hear all day to this person in the middle of the freaking tattoo shop at it's hilarious.
So speaking of Supernatural, it was Free Comic Book Day on Saturday.
Okay.
Sure.
And a local comic book shop. Pick this up for free.
Ooh.
That's very cool.
I'm giving it actually for me. I have a friend who's a big Supernatural fan, so this is my gift to him.
Okay.
Why does it kind of look like Leon Kennedy on there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I picked up other stuff for myself, but
nice.
Hell yeah. I'm in like after this episode, I'll say I am in such a mood just to like resume where I stopped on Supernatural, just to turn it on because I will say like
I want to start watching it, man. I'm ready. 15 seasons. Come on, bring it on.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
And a 1-season spinoff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And the Scooby-Doo episode.
Yeah. Well, I mean that episode is within the 15 seasons. But
Yeah.
No, I think like you see their chemistry on screen in such a palpable way.
But I feel like fans were expecting more. I feel like fans were expecting more of the reunion of episode, while realistically, you get maybe 10 minutes of it.
I'd call bullshit if it was any more though. Like
I
as much as I like
would
Supernatural, it's not Supernatural. It's The Boys. If they spent 50 minutes doing like a Supernatural thing, like save
Just
that.
do a meta. Just have an episode of Supernatural instead of The Boys.
I was gonna say we interrupt this episode of The Boys to bring you Supernatural season 16 episode 1.
I think it's coming. I do think Supernatural will come back someday. Though
I
that
think
cast
so,
loves
too.
each other too much
They do.
not to.
They do. Yeah.
But I thought it was like the perfect amount. I thought like their chemistry on screen.
For me, it worked.
Yeah, no, it was obviously very short. It's very fun seeing Jensen play an asshole. I'm sorry, Jared. Jared plays such an asshole. Probably the worst speedster I've ever seen in my life. What a bad speedster.
What a terrible speedster.
He
sucks. No, terrible.
He's
also
like... he wasn't like... And this is not a diss on Yo-Yo, but I think his speedster equivalent is very Yo-Yo coded. But I wouldn't call Yo-Yo a speedster, right? I call her more of like a kind of more. It's kind of more transporter-esque, where it's like I'm going from this place to this place, and I do it really fast. Apparently, it's he doesn't run; he just kind of like goes forward. Fastward. He just goes forward really fast. He doesn't like turn or move or pivot. He just like I'm going here to here, and which is interesting.
I will say my favorite. Or sorry, continue.
Go ahead. Good.
I was gonna say like my favorite scene in the episode was like probably anytime he was on because I did find their chemistry entertaining.
Yeah.
And I also just like for all that scene with the celebrities, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Like, there's a reason Supernatural went on for 15 seasons. It's not that it was always a good show, right? It had bad seasons, but even when it's bad, it's so much fun to just watch them on screen together. It's very Dexter coded, where even when Dexter is bad, the main characters are so much fun on screen. You just don't really care that much.
That's true.
So it's fun to do it. Again, they didn't overdo it at all. They didn't I don't know. I think there's a way of overdoing it. I will say seeing
probably
this show has over-sensitized me sometimes. I feel I'm never shocked by the show anymore. But when Jared got his face smashed in, when his face went splat like a pancake, I was like, oh god! I think it's just because I've seen so much of the character on screen. It was like, oh, did I just watch Sam Winchester get his head smashed in? That's crazy.
They killed him in one episode.
Oh yeah, they're gone.
That's why we say when it's a supernatural reunion, it'll be a supernatural reunion.
Cass is dead. Seth Rogen is dead.
Wait, yeah. So okay, explain that to me. Why did they kill Seth Rogen on the show?
The Invincible. They also posted their little Rest in Peace thing, and they're
I did see that. Yeah. Well, that's why they have a terrible VA in Invincible Versus.
Obviously, yeah.
Have you heard that Alan voice in Invincible Versus? It's like the guy got the wrong memo. It wasn't do your best Seth Rogen Alan voice. It was do your best Seth Rogen impression. But actually, he did his worst Seth Rogen impression.
Also, why for Invincible Versus? Why were they only able to get J.K. Simmons?
I don't know. Well, some of the cast is original, so I believe it's J.K. Simmons. Eve, I believe, is the same voice actress.
She is.
Kate as well.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But they didn't get
Battle Beast.
Actually, that makes sense.
Rex for the story mode.
For the story mode,
is the same voice actor, but not for the rest of the game. Yeah. It's weird. So it's almost like if you're gonna recast some of them, why not just recast all of them or get all the OG VAs to do it?
I love that we got J.K. Simmons. He was needed.
Yeah. But at that point, then, almost give other voice actors an opportunity to voice the characters. I really love the guy that they got to voice Mark. The guy that voiced Mark, Alex Lee. He's incredible.
This is what I was thinking. J.K. Simmons does a lot of voice work. I think he does more voice work than he does live action stuff.
And he's voiced Omni-Man in Mortal Kombat as well. He did already. So
he'll do I feel like any animated work at this point, which I love. I think this is my favorite kind.
He was on Disney Channel and Nickelodeon.
And Cartoon Network. Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Oh yeah, it was.
Ben 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the like Soldier Boy and Homelander dynamic really quickly. And I talked to Colonel about it last week. They have a very interesting dynamic that they're building up. And I think this week there was a really interesting turn between their dynamic. Last week it's just like, I don't care about you. I want you dead. I want to take you out. But when he decides not to kill his father last week, now there's a fuck. I actually kind of care about you now. Like fuck.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what he said to the speedster. I forget the actual character name, but that's what he said.
What's the line where it's like he might be like an asexual asshole, but he's my
asexual asshole. And then
he
gets in a big fight.
No one fucks really my son but me. Wait,
right? Right? Yeah. Taz, you ought to watch The Boys, bro.
I need to. Again, here's the thing. I've seen all the clips. Like, I've seen the craziness, and I sit there and I laugh. I'm like, oh, this show looks hilarious. I need to watch it. And again, I started it at one point, and I don't know what happened. Like I said, I got through like 3 episodes. And Xbox record that. I got through like 3 episodes, and then never continued because I got caught up in something.
No, I get you, yeah. But it's such a... It's a show that's... I wonder how much it's going to expand with Gen V being canceled, with rest in peace.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, since Bach Rising is like the only real show in development right now, like, how long is that going to last?
I'm a little... You know what?
That's the Soldier Boy show?
Yeah, Bach Rising
okay.
Soldier Boy show. Maybe that's why I'm not vibing with the season as much as others. I might be a little boys burned out at this point. Like, this is the 8th season of this universe. This is the 8th, including Diabolical.
Wait, yeah, you're right. Jesus Christ.
You know, I love the show a lot, but I definitely don't have the same amount of charm I had in those early seasons. And I think
season 3, like when that came out, that was in 2022. That might be my favorite season of that year.
It's so
season 3 of The Boys was phenomenal.
I think Gen V's cancellation kind of got to me. Because
when I sent that to the chat, I was so like, I knew what you were going to say. I was like so disappointed. I was like, that's insane.
I thought Gen V brought such a new life to this universe. I love season 1 so much.
I did too.
And The Boys was always about satire, right? It was always satire, and you can only do that satire for so long until it kind of gets
5 Stevens.
And Gen V season 1, not season 2. Season 1 dropped that. I felt like it was just a show. It was just a good show.
Season 2 of Gen V felt like a Boys season 5 spinoff that they have not yet delivered. Set up for The Boys season 5 that they haven't yet delivered.
Yeah, I don't know. I did just have I'm kind of like a feeling of like, if we got no other seasons past the season, I'd be like, okay, all right. You know, obviously I'm gonna watch, Bot Rising, and I'll watch whatever The Boys Mexico is. But, yeah.
Like I remember when we did the Gen V season 2 review, we were both talking about like possibilities for their character in season 5, and they have literally done none of that.
I agree, Harrison. Gen V season 1 is... I had such a good time.
It's up there. It's my third favorite. I think The Boys season 1 and 3 over it, but other than that, I think it's like up
there. Let's talk about Firecracker. This is definitely Firecracker's episode.
Yeah.
This... What an interesting character this has been. What an interesting 2-season journey this has been. Obviously, I hate Firecracker. Firecracker is such a horrible, on purpose character.
She only added last season. Like, Jesus Christ.
Season 4. It feels like it's been a lot longer. And I think it's a very interesting character study, kind of a character. And I think the actress, I forget the actress's name.
I forget her name.
But I want to give her, she's my like shout out actress of the week, or like at least one of them, because she did the thing that they've done that they've been doing with
Valerie Curry.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, she was in Detroit Become Human, right?
Oh, I haven't played that.
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They did the thing they've been doing with Fisk for me this season, where obviously she's a horrible, terrible, like she's a pedophile, like she is this horrible person. And yet there's like the 1% part of me that's like, this actress is doing a really good job at displaying her feelings in these. Like she the way she acts with her eyes this
It's
episode,
incredible.
the way she emotes without actually saying things is incredible. The scene when she's on
So
TV
good.
outing her her pastor friend that she grew up with, and she is being forced to say these things on TV, and it's like her breaking point. Like this is her.
Yeah.
I have sacrificed everything I care about. I have thrown away my moral 100% at this point. Was incredible, and you could see it on her face as she's doing the scene. Obviously not defending Firecracker in any way, shape, or form. She deserved what she got.
I will say what the boys have been able to do, they've been able to find these actors that either are very famous or people have never heard of, and just have them perform the most incredible scenes that I don't think could be done by like many people. And it's great. It's great. Like for instance, like I didn't know about the guy who played Huey, something Quaid, Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid.
Jack Quaid.
Quaid.
I didn't know.
You mean
Jack
Superman?
Quaid was yes, obviously. I didn't know who Jack Quaid was before The Boys, and his career blown up so much since then.
Yeah.
Like it's insane.
The Boys started. What happened first, The
2019.
Boys or the Scream movie that he was in?
The Boys was 3 years first.
Oh, okay.
It's 2019.
Scream 5 was 2022, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he did Superman. He was one of the main characters for one of the Star Trek shows. He's got a lot of random, just good action movies. Like his career's blown up hella.
He's doing good.
He takes really good video game photography. If you follow his Instagram,
he does. I don't agree with
he knows how to use photo mode.
He's fun, and I love that his career's blown up because I want to see him in more things. Like I really want to see them. I want to see so many of the better actors in more things because I think they're incredible.
Yeah. But yeah, rest in peace, Firecracker. She got her head smashed into an eagle. A metal eagle has a metal eagle that's like a statue.
That line was just about as crazy as that "Rest in peace, my granny." She got hit by a bazooka line. Like that's how it sounded.
I said it like that on purpose because I wanted to see your face.
Rest in peace, Firecracker. She got impaled on an eagle. That's
crazy. Obviously, it was equally from Peacemaker.
Yeah, no, I love that scene a lot. I think for Homelander because I think it's this moment he realizes he will never be enough. Like at least to his own standard. Like Firecracker, he's like she's 100% right in that scene. She is the only one that has full devotion to him. She has supported him every step of the way. She's given everything up to him. And it still wasn't enough for him. Even at her insanity, she still preferred her own beliefs over him. And she's been lying about it. And he knows it. And I think his face in that scene is like, even she won't love me. Even she won't call me Jesus. Even she won't consider me a god. And so I think that's really, really interesting. And I think this might be, I know we've been saying it all season, but I think this might be the final nail in the coffin for Homelander as we go into these final 3 episodes.
Homelander's arc has been so fascinating to watch throughout these 5 seasons.
Yeah, that's been the joke online, Cody. I'm like, yeah, that's interesting. But it's they're doing a really good job with it. I know a lot of people were talking about how they wanted to see her Firecracker use her powers more, use her abilities more, but I think it's kind of the point that she doesn't.
Yeah.
Right? Good. Sorry.
I was gonna say I think every death we have seen this season has felt earned or has felt like it haven't been a death for the sake of a death. They've all felt like they've had a reason to die, and this is where their arc ends.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I like the most.
I think kind of the point of Firecracker is that they didn't hire her for her abilities. They didn't hire her because she can fight, nor has any suit that's been hired since Homelander took over Vought, right? It's every move they make is about optics. It's about what they can offer for the company, and her true power is her propaganda and how she can sell a crowd on something and how she can, move the crowds. And I'm really curious now that she's dead. are people going to start waking up a little bit and being like, oh, she's the one that would sell us on all this bullshit? Can we get someone else that can do that to their level? Like, we keep killing off Soups. Or, I'm sorry, like we keep killing off the Seven. Like, every week there's a new Seven member that are dropping like flies, you know? So, it's...
The Seven, wait, the Seven, they've never been 7, though.
Yeah, there's always been one missing. That like 7th spot is like always a rotating door.
Yeah.
I liked the Black Noir and the deep stuff enough. I think that's a pretty funny plot line. It was such a clear Barry parody this week. I don't know if you guys have seen that show, to the point they like his character is literally named Barry. I'm like, that's really funny. That's great.
Barry's first of all, Barry is so underrated, by the way, but
it's one of the best shows I've ever seen. It's
so
peak.
good. It's so
peak.
But yeah, for me, I'm gonna have to be closing off soon, so I'll give a final thoughts on this.
All right. Go ahead.
Overall, I thought the episode was good, but not great, and I think the last 3 need to be great.
I agree.
I think this season right now, where it stands, I'd probably give it maybe a 7.5 out of 10, which is fine. It's a good score.
It's good. Yeah.
But I want to give this even a 9 out of 10. Like that's where season 1 and 3 are for me, and it's not there yet. And I hope it can be, because I really, really love this show. I think this is now the oldest show that I've watched since it came out. Like 2019, I think is now the oldest year that a show is still running for me. I think I'm trying. Invincible 2021 for me.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I think The Boys is the oldest show that I'm currently that I've been kept up with.
There's not a lot of shows that have been kept going all this time.
No, like because Stranger Things have ended. That would have been it, but Stranger Things have ended.
Yeah.
Technically Mandalorian, I guess, because
theoretically, sure.
There's a possibility of another season after the movie, so
there is. So yeah, theoretically, yeah, Mandalorian gets another season. I guess that would be it, because that was also 2019.
Yeah.
Theoretically,
that's crazy that these two came out in the same year. I didn't even think about
2019 was. There's a lot of big stuff that happened in it. I think 2019 was such a brilliant year for movies and TV. That was such a massive. Oh my god, it was so good.
And that was the end of Arrow too, right? Or
2020 technically, but
yeah.
It was like January 2020.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because Arrow finished like right before stuff hit the fan. Yeah.
And then and then COVID hit, and the Arrowverse went like this.
Yep. All right. Well, I will let you go, buddy. I'm gonna say a final couple parting things on that. But you have anything you want to shout out, man? Anything you want?
At the moment, no. I hope to try to be back for this type of thing more, because Mondays are terrible. Mondays are terrible.
I feel that. I get it, man.
Even with my schedule today, I had something at 8:30 that I still had to cancel.
Oh no.
Because there's something else that might laughed into. My Monday was so bad right now. What is so bad? I will see you Wednesday, Darren.
Yes, I will see you Wednesday.
Yes. I will see you Wednesday. All right, you guys enjoyed talking about the peak episode of Daredevil and some peak final episodes of Andor. Or wait, not Andor. Maul.
It's like, what are you leaving us with?
You're gonna give Taz a heart attack.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, possibly.
Why did you say that name?
I've still got a month left here. I've still got a month left of this school.
Close, so close, man.
Yeah. All right, have a good one, guys.
Thanks.
Right,
have a good night.
Have a good night.
Oh man. Can I fix the layout? I'll do that later. It's fine. I have a couple more things I want to say. I forget the actor's name or the character's name, but we have a director in the show that kind of pops up. He makes a lot of in universe. He makes superhero movies based on the characters in universe, and that's kind of been their way of parroting the MCU and stuff like that, and the DCU and stuff like that. He died this week. Just out of curiosity, would you like to guess how this character you don't know dies? Do you have any bets on how you think he may have died?
Well, if being impaled by an eagle was one of them, I'm gonna go with throwing in a trash compactor for Star Wars Day themes.
Sure. It's actually also animal related.
Okay.
The deep scent eels into his asshole, and killed him while he was on the toilet.
Okay. New fear unlocked. Wonderful.
It was pretty gruesome. It was pretty not great to watch. To be fair, not great. But well, he's dead.
Awesome.
He's dead just purely because he was being a petty bitch. So yeah, so he's gone, and you know they've kept up their status quo this season of having killed a character. They actually killed 2 this week, but they've been killing a character every single episode this season, which I respect the hell out of. Like they've been, you know, really going after Stranger Things, I guess, this season for not killing any characters in their final season. So,
how do you feel about that? Right, where it's a final season and they're killing like everybody. Are you okay with that because it's like, oh, it's a final season, sure, do what they want? Or does it feel like it's kind of like a cop-out? It's like, oh, we're in the final season. What else do we do to keep things going but just kill characters because it doesn't matter? Because the show will be over.
I think it depends on the show. And I think Stranger Things and The Boys are a good example. Like, Stranger Things was never that kind of show to just kill off all the characters. It was a happy show, right? I think The Boys is that kind of show. Like, you know, you open episode 1 of The Boys with Huey's girlfriend getting ran over by A Train. Like, it was the kind of of world where everyone could die at any moment. So I think there's not a death yet where I'm like, oh man, that character should have lived or whatever. So I'm okay with it so far. I think it's working well for me so far. I just need to see how where are we at the end of the season? Who's left standing to do potential spin-offs and stuff by the end?
Well, I assume they kill Homelander at the end, right? Like, I mean, that I feel like that would only make sense, right? Like, I mean, again, I don't know a lot about it, but like, I feel like, isn't Homelander literally the worst out of everybody?
He is.
Isn't he the one that deserves to die the most?
Sure. There's also an argument to be had. I talked with this with Colonel last week, but it's like, maybe death is too easy for him. I know people have been pitching, and me kind of included, being like, I kind of hope that we depower him, like take away his abilities, throw him in a prison.
So give him a Joe Goldberg ending.
Like make him normal. Like make him among the like scrub of the people that he hates. I kind of like Eobard Thawne with like what they tried to do with him, like in The Flash, where it's like, you know what's worse than death? If I have powers and you don't. Like there is something about that is really interesting to me. My only issue with that is that we're getting all these other spin-offs. I fear that some motherfucker is going to be like, but I want to bring Homelander back, and they're going to bring him back for a spin-off, and I don't want that. Like, I want this to be the definitive ending of both Homelander and Butcher. So
I mean, again, from what I've seen, it seems like it is basically the Homelander show, right? Like him and Karl Urban are like the two main characters. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think that's definitely how it started. And Homelander is still, I think that's the reason people come. But, it's gone, as the show's gone on, it's diversified its cast. Huey is up there in the cast list, and Starlight, and, some of these other characters. It's definitely an ensemble cast at this point. But yeah, I mainly agree with that. I do want to talk about the Butcher stuff really quickly. This was easily my favorite Butcher episode we've had in a very, very, very long time, probably since season 3. Butcher's been such an unlikable character for such a long time. Partially being the point of the story they've been telling with him. But this was the first episode in a while where I'm like, oh, it's Butcher's back. Like the character I fell in love with all those years ago is back, and he feels like an actual character again. And I think this episode showed me that the real Butcher is still down there. It's not just this venomized character that's been taken over by the symbiote. Like there is a real person still down there. And there was such a focus on his dog this episode that I really appreciated, where there was a whole subplot this week about Butcher's dog getting into some chocolate and Butcher freaking out because he thinks his dog is about to die, and him like that being kind of the last piece of like him left that he really genuinely cares about. And like, I this is the thing I can't lose. Like, I know we're focusing on Homelander right now, but I need to save this thing that I love. Some of that element was very, there was an element of that plot line that was very little cringe. There was a set piece where the dog is dreaming, and he's dreaming of sniffing Homelander's butt. and you have Anthony Starr playing out this dog's fantasy where he's like slapping his own ass, being like, "Don't you want my like don't you want a piece of this?" And I'm just thinking like, I how did they pitch this to Anthony Starr? Like I want Eric Kirby to come down and be like, "All right, so there was this scene. There's a scene we want to do that takes place in this dog's fantasy world." And it's so like it seems
And
like
so
that
you're trying to convince me to watch this show?
Yeah. I'll have to send you the clip later. I can't fully talk about it, but I'll have to send you the clip because it's like, because I saw out of context, like on Twitter, like the morning it came out, I was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck could possibly be the context of this scene? What could
And
possibly?
it doesn't sound any better in context.
It's interesting for sure. But that I think the Butcher Huey stuff this episode was very good. There's I kind of talked to you about it previously, but like there's the big argument of like, should we kill every Supes on Earth, or should we give this special kind of V to the people in our group to let them live past us taking out every Supe on the planet? And that was like one of the big debates this week of like, should you should let them have this, or no, we should do this as soon as we can, or we might lose our opportunity to take down Homelander. And we do kind of end the episode with Butcher being like, if there's the opportunity, if there is a small opportunity to do so, I will allow you to have a little bit of this stuff to save our friends. And then there's the conversation of like, what about you? Are you going to take this? And he doesn't look like he wants to take this, and so I think it's leading into what I've said for like 3 years now of like, Butcher will not make it out of the season alive. I think he will promote, like you said, most likely sacrifice himself to kill Homelander. I think at the end of the day, or at least take down Homelander in some way, shape, or form. But yeah, I think that's kind of most of the stuff I wanted to talk about. It was obviously nice seeing Jensen and Jared together again. It was, this like old friends hanging out. So, do you have any final thoughts, Taz, on that?
I don't think so. I think you, I think you pretty much covered everything. It sounds like.
Yep. Like I said, it's definitely a hard show. Like it like this is a hard episode to talk about within the context of everything. So interesting stuff for sure. I just voted in your poll on Twitter, Taz. No votes for The Boys season 5 is funny. Yeah, I made a post on Twitter about just like, which is your favorite this season? Daredevil, Darth Maul, The Boys, or Invincible?
What is your favorite? I voted as well, actually.
Ooh. I think Daredevil has been my favorite.
Oh, interesting.
Daredevil has, I think, pretty easily been my front runner. But if I was a Star Wars geek, I think it would probably be Darth Maul, because I think Darth Maul has been really good. I think I'm not the Star Wars guy, so it's not going to hit as much as I like that show. It's not going to hit me the same way.
I don't know, man. Like, so here's the thing. I really love Maul this season. I'm really loving Daredevil this season, but I still think that my favorite show from the year so far has been
God damn it,
we can't do it right. Oh my gosh. But you get the point. That one.
That was so funny. That was so good. We both had the same idea. I was like, just say it. Oh my god. That's up for I think I'd go Daredevil, Darth Maul, Invincible, The Boys.
Interesting. Okay.
But I think they've all been good. I don't think any of them have been bad, which is good. That's a really good sign.
It's almost like I'm not even picking like best to worst. I'm just picking like favorite to least favorite.
Enjoyment, yeah.
Yeah. So I think Invincible, Maul, Daredevil. And again, not to say that this season of this is better than the first season of Born Again for me. Better than the first season of Born Again.
Daredevil.
I am too. But it just like, I don't know. I think maybe it's just the fact that Invincible and Maul feel unique in a way. Like in a lot of ways with Daredevil, it is still like retreading a lot of stuff that we've covered before, right? It's
Sure.
Kingpin is in charge. The city's in chaos. Daredevil's scrapping together a team. Like it's very much so stuff that we've seen before. And again, not that it's a bad season by any means, but that's what puts, for me right now, the other shows above it.
Sure.
So that's just me.
I could have a rebuttal for that, but I'm gonna leave it be for now, at least until we get to that conversation. All right, now we can talk about Darth Maul. I apologize for like you guys commented, balling you guys earlier
on Star Wars Day, no less.
Cameron, we will try to address that at the end. I'm putting a star in this, and we'll talk about that at the end. Darth Maul, man, season finale.
Yeah, episodes 9 and 10.
9 and 10.
Yeah, the finale was literally called The Dark Lord.
It was cool seeing. It's just nice seeing Star Wars fans happy for once. It's so yeah. I'm so tired of like, even when I agree with people's takes on it, it's just such a miserable place to be sometimes. Like I like when that first Mando trailer came out, and I also wasn't super impressed by the Mando trailer either. But I went on Twitter. I'm like, how exhausting. How just tiring it is just to hear them complain all day, every day. I think shows like this is a nice escape. Just being like, oh, everyone likes this thing. Like I haven't heard one negative opinion on this show, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I mean it's such a nice change of pace as far as just like the community at large is loving the show. Like I think if I had to critique it in one form, it's the fact that there's not enough of it, which I think is the best criticism you can give something. Is it was only 10 episodes, and each episode released as a 2-episode pair, so it really only felt like 5 episodes, because I watched every episode back to back. Like there was no real break, no real definitive end between one episode and the other, because of course this finale, it was basically 2 episodes worth of a fight scene. Like it was basically a whole 40-minute fight scene where Darth Vader just like aura farms for the whole thing, which is insanely cool. But yeah, like I guess just jumping right into things. So we pick up once again kind of where we left off in the previous batch of episodes with our main cast of characters kind of on the run, and everybody ends up coming together and deciding to work together against a common threat, that being Devin and her master Daki, as well as Maul, his kind of, shadow organization, and then Lawson and his son. They're all going to work together in order to, get off the planet. They got to put their differences aside, stop fighting about, Two Boots being the reason why all of this happened. Once again, my guy, Two Boots is the, like, what's the reverse MVP of the season? least valuable member, because he is the reason why the whole season happened. But regardless, he did also, I guess, give us some really cool scenes. But we're trying to escape this planet. You've got Dryden Voss and his the what is it called, Crimson Dawn, coming in as well, as kind of like your evacuation, your extraction, to get to, and then the Empire is closing in. You've got your Inquisitors, you've got some stormtroopers and everything like that, and that's kind of like the first fight scene of episode 9. And then tail end of episode 9, you think you're kind of getting out of this, like, what looks almost like a Jedi temple, or like a Jedi or Sith temple or something like that. It seems like something kind of Force sensitive in a way. But you're coming out of the temple, and then you get kind of jump scared by Mr. Vader himself, and he's just breathing heavy as he always does, standing there all menacing. And we all know what's about to happen next, and that's kind of how we leave us kind of going from 9 to 10, and then 10 is literally just like a whole fight between Maul, Vader, Devin, Daki, all of them.
Yeah.
And I loved how Vader was portrayed in this. Like, this to me is year one. This is year one Vader at his best, but it's also proof of like why we kind of need a Vader show, whether it be live action, whether it be animated, of him hunting down Order 66 survivors, because he's ruthless. He is just a big hunk of metal in a suit, and like you could just tell like his fighting styles and everything like that, like the dichotomy between how Vader approached the fight with Maul versus how the Inquisitors approached the fight with Maul. Like he's standing there just like tanking shots and just like chopping at people with his saber. He literally looks like a horror movie villain. Like this might as well be like Jason Voorhees or Michael Myers that just popped up, right? Like he is actually terrifying. And again, I think the way that this show is animated, the way that it's lit, the way that it just like is presented, made it all the better. And then I did see down here in chat as well, Jeffrey talked about why can't I find it in the main chat there? But basically that Vader didn't talk at all. You just heard him breathe. And he didn't need to. He didn't need to say a word, and I think there's two reasons for that. And I think it was kind of a happy accident, oddly enough, that he didn't speak at all. Is that they got a lot of backlash when they used AI for James Earl Jones's voice in Fortnite like 6 months ago. Yeah. So if he was going to have lines, I would assume those lines got cut. But also, the reason why it's a happy accident is he doesn't need to say anything, and it's kind of honestly lore. Yeah. It's lore accurate that he wouldn't say anything. He's literally there on a mission. He doesn't know these people really. Like I don't think he interacted with Maul at all in the Clone Wars. Like Obi-Wan, of course, would have told him. But again, this is him a year into being Vader. So all he's been doing is hunting down and killing Jedi/Sith survivors. So this is just another mission for him. He doesn't need to over explain himself or anything like that.
I feel like this could have been a really fun thriller / like horror movie concept. Like
yes, yeah.
Like I kind of been pitching this exact same thing for Batman for years now, where it's like do a Batman movie from the perspective of like the criminal in Gotham City, and they were trying to escape this thing. Like that could be this like almost like Alien-esque kind of movie where it's like, oh my god, this guy's after us and he's just trained whatever. And I kind of agree. I'm not a huge fan of the AI of it all, with even though I know he gave his permission to use him in that way. I would still I think if you're going to use them in a major way, I don't mind if little stuff, like if they used it here, I wouldn't have been like, oh, how could they? But I think in big ways going forward, I do think they have to find something semi. Again, like if we got a Darth Vader movie or show, I would need them to find some sort of substitution. And I know that sucks because there will be no one that can live up to the legacy of James Earl Jones. He is a legend.
Yeah.
No one will live up to it. But I think this is how we introduce so many great actors. Like I'm not that person, but I'm going to do my best to try and live up to what I can and do my best version of that character. We dealt with that with Uncle Iroh in Avatar. Like when that actor passed away, it's such a tragic thing, and someone else stepped in and he really honored the voice actor and he honored his legacy. And he gave a really good performance. So, like you said, I think it added to this episode that he didn't say anything and how fucking scary.
I mean, it made him it just made him even more menacing. And also, too, it didn't give away who he was to Maul. I feel like if he would have said too much, Maul might have put together the pieces that, oh, this is either this is Anakin, or confirmed his theory that this is Palpatine's new apprentice. Like that's what he's trying to figure out the whole time, right? Is like, who are you? You're not an Inquisitor, but like you're more powerful than an Inquisitor. Like what the heck is this thing? And I think he kind of slowly starts putting those pieces of the puzzle together. Like, oh, okay, this is who Sidious replaced me with. This is why all of this happened, is because this guy needed to be put in place as Palpatine's new enforcer. And that's what it seems like kind of when that clicks for Maul, that is what really kind of puts his plan into play. And you kind of see it develop throughout the episode as he starts like kind of losing crew members and stuff like that. I did see Harrison say R.I.P. Spybot. Yeah, like that was actually sad when the flying robot died, and Maul was like, no, like he actually kind of cared about him. I thought I liked that. But we lost quite a few characters in this episode. But I guess the big death is one that Maul purposefully caused by pushing Master Daki into the line of fire, having him get killed by Vader, to then spark Devin to kind of have a dark side outburst and really like go full in, drink the Sith haterade. And that is kind of where we leave the tail end of the episode off in is them teaming up to try and, fight back against the Inquisitors, fight back against Vader. That gives her enough power to kind of, fend off against these Inquisitors that have been giving Maul a tough time, which I have seen some talk about the power scaling in that regard. But I think the easy explanation is the fact that Maul is not at 100% because his legs are like not working properly.
Sure.
Right. So
he's been through a lot.
Yeah, I mean he's literally half the man he used to be. Like, what do you expect? Like, I mean, that was to, I guess, even the playing field, right? Like Maul would have taken out these Inquisitors fairly quickly. The Crow, the guy with the like skull looking mask, right? He is he's an Inquisitor that Ahsoka kills very easily in Tales of the Jedi. Which makes it interesting to see Maul struggle fighting him, given the fact that Maul gave Ahsoka a run for her money in the Clone Wars. So that power scaling does seem a little off, but again, I give them the benefit of the doubt in the fact that Maul has been injured for like 4 episodes. Really honestly, for like half the show, he's been having trouble with that robotic leg like the whole time. So that makes sense. And that is also, too, I think, a big piece of the puzzle as to why he was looking for a new apprentice, like looking for somebody to train in the dark side, because he's recognizing, hey, I'm not as strong as I used to be. I'm not as powerful as I used to be. I can't stand up to these threats like I once did. Like, these Inquisitors are kind of tough for me to fight. Vader could have very easily killed him in this. And I think also too, part of the power in this episode as well was Vader just kind of toying with everybody. Like, he was just so powerful. Like, he didn't even have to try. He just stands there, is a menacing threat, swings his lightsaber around a few times, lets some rubble fall on him, and kills Master Daki, doesn't elaborate, and then just goes on with his mission. But overall, really, really good finale. Really, really good episode. I think the fight choreography, especially, there's this one shot when they're still down in the tunnel, where it's Maul and Devin and Daki versus the Inquisitors, and they like all clash lightsabers, like crossover, like all at the same time. Looked incredible. I'm sure you'll see the GIF on Twitter if you go on there. That shot looked incredible. Again, I loved it when, we finally got kind of the Maul versus Vader one-on-one. That looked amazing. Devin finally fully giving into the dark side. I'm literally sitting there shouting like Darth Talon is here. There was a shot of Maul holding his lightsabers with that reverse Shein grip that either you've seen Ahsoka do, but also if you look at the cover of Force Unleashed, very similar to Galen Merrick as well in there. Once again, another Sam Witwer character. So I think that was a nice callback to that, as well as another reference I believe was when he took out the AT8, or was it ATST early on in the episode as well, in a very similar fashion to something that you see Starkiller do in the games. So again, I love all of those connections and how they're having fun with the fact that those are both Sam Witwer characters. and it just makes me even more hopeful that we will get some sort of reference or some sort of development with Starkiller coming back into canon at some point. I guess before we kind of talk about the very end of the episode, a unconfirmed death is Captain Lawson. I'm gonna say he's still alive just because we see him kind of charge into the smoke, and we don't see a body. Like everybody else, we definitively kind of knew that they were dead. Like, you know, one of Maul's, you know, his brothers got like disintegrated in the acid, and one of the Mauldalorians, she got, you know, literally dragged into the smoke, and you heard her neck get snapped by Vader. Like, all of those things are pretty definitive deaths, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But the one that we didn't see was of course Lawson, and also too, he's the only witness to Maul pushing Daki into harm's way. Like, he saw that happen.
Yeah.
So if he's still alive, he could eventually tell Devin about it.
Yeah.
But
that's
I'm still
speaks to the story that we're
it does.
To.
It
and
does.
I'm excited for, what is it? Devin? No.
Yeah,
Devin. The son.
Oh, Riley.
Riley, I'm really curious for his journey, because it's like, okay, we're taking him to his mother. His mother seems a lot more empire.
I had
coded than her.
I had half a mind to think that when his dad died, I thought he was gonna have some sort of force outburst and find out that he's force sensitive too, or something like that.
Sure, which they still could eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm also curious. Does he kind of also side with, Maul with her connected? Does she bring him over? Then that could be really interesting when if he comes back and his son's working for Maul. That's going to be a big thing as well. And also I think you bring up a really good point about him knowing. I could see a world where, does she ever find out what he did to her master? That could be big final season moment of wait,
right.
What?
Or he comes back.
That's how you end the show.
Or Maul kills him before he can say it too, which would be equally as devastating. He's still alive, yet Maul figures it out. So
I'm just seeing season 10 of the show. It's we've been doing her dark side arc this whole time. And last minute it's oh fuck, I made a mistake, and it's her versus him kind of thing. And
dude, but you don't know how excited I am to finally see them actually commit to this reverse arc, this fall to the dark side, because we've been teased with it so many times in Disney Star Wars as of late. There was a dark side Rey possibility. There was, all of these other and they just didn't seem to have the guts. Yeah, they didn't have the guts to go down that route, and for them to make their hero of this show follow the villain. Yes, the villain is the title character, but as Sam Witwer said before the show even started, Maul is still a bad guy. He's not the worst guy.
Or maybe
Vader and Palpatine are the worst guys, but he's still a bad guy, and she's still channeling fear and hate and all of this stuff, and she is going down the path of the dark side. But it is also good to. Or go ahead.
Maybe it's even the opposite, where she finds out, but she is so ingrained in the darkness she doesn't care. It's
or maybe she was that was just the will. Maybe that was the will of the Force. That was weakness.
Yeah, that brought me to where I am now, and I like where I am now, and it shows how far she has fallen since season 1 or whatever. Mm-hmm. And then again, maybe you can have a Riley v her arc where it's how could you do this? He killed my father. I can't believe you. I don't know. I feel there is potential there that could be really cool.
Yeah, but bottom line is, I think she's going full Darth Talon. You've got Maul working for Paul Bettany, Dryden Voss, aka Vision, aka Jarvis. You got him coming back with Crimson Dawn, which means I'm guessing we'll see Kira at some point in season 2 perhaps as well. But that's also interesting to me as well, right? So From
Is that
Solo,
right?
yes.
Okay.
So when we get to that point in Solo, right, Maul is the leader of Crimson Dawn from the shadows, the Shadow Lord, where Dryden Voss is the face of the operation, and Maul was working with Kira, right? Oh, we're going. What does he say to her at the end of it? Like, you and I are going to be working a lot more closely together after this, right? Something like that.
Sure.
What happened to Devon? Where is she? Right? Or I guess Darth Talon potentially.
Hmm.
But no, dude, I'm excited that they're going down that route. Again, I think just choreography wise, art direction, I really did see in this episode as well, like how those backgrounds all looked just like oil painted, right? Like
It
the
looks
background scene, it looks
incredible.
so good. I have
It's
again never seen an animated show look this good and like use
it's up
lighting to
there.
its advantage
Up
that way.
there.
That way, they gave us a Darth Vader jump scare inside that temple. Like
Yeah.
he literally just like popped out from behind the corner and was just like surprise, like
Surprise, motherfucker.
dark side. But dude, like it just
That that's a
so
poster.
good. It's
That's a
so
poster.
good. That should be my new Twitter banner. It's so good. Like,
It's really good. I wanted to
oh
do it
my
like
god.
as the thumbnail, which I might actually change it in a couple of days because it's
Yeah.
like that looks great. That
Yeah.
looks really sick. Um, yeah, and I'm really just excited for season 2 as well. I'm really glad they're already renewed for a second season. I assume they did
Yeah.
1 and 2 together, so I assume we'll probably see them back next year.
Yeah.
But
Well, I think I
think
saw Sam Witwer say something about like it's coming sooner than you'd think or whatever. So I
we get
would
another
hope
season
it's
this year.
I
That'd be
would
crazy.
I doubt another season this year, but
Probably
I would
early
hope
7.
I would hope it's yearly releases though.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Disney Plus is really trying to get on that. It feels like they're really
Mhm.
trying to. Percy Jackson's yearly, X-Men's going to be yearly, Spider-Man's going to be yearly. A lot of
Daredevil's
their
yearly.
shows. They just announced a whole bunch of new shows, and I bet they might try and get some of those out yearly as well. Like
Mhm.
yeah, I could see this definitely being a yearly show.
Yeah.
I wanted to. Jeffrey had a really interesting comment. What other person do you want Maul to fight now that he's fought Vader? I feel like Vader is like probably number 1 for most people, right? Like
I
feel
would
like that's
actually love to see another Maul and Ahsoka rematch.
okay.
I think that would be great to see. But I don't know how that would work timeline wise.
Ahsoka season 2.
Well, no, because Maul. I mean, I don't want to spoil anything, but
Yeah.
yeah. That
I mean,
wouldn't-
I don't care too much.
Okay,
about
well,
spoilers.
so Maul doesn't make it past Rebels, and
Ah.
Ahsoka season 2 is would be well past her time.
Well, see, I
in
would have
Rebels.
sounded like an idiot 5 minutes ago because like I almost pitched like, oh well, maybe like her here kills him in the future. Like maybe she's so mad she kills him or whatever, takes his spot. So that can't happen, I guess.
No.
But I
But again,
need to get through him. I know.
Well, again, there's that whole. I'll mention it until you tell me to shut up about it. Is the whole George Lucas treatment of the sequels that was again supposed to be Maul and Talon, and I think that that's kind of what we're leading to. Is we're going to get something like that taking place not post Return of the Jedi, but pre Return of the Jedi. Pre Rebels. Because again, where Maul shows up in Rebels, I would say, if I had to guess, is like maybe 5 to 7 years before A New Hope. So we've got some time. We've got about 10 to 15 years worth of time to play around with in the timeline before we get to where we saw him in Rebels and where he met his end there. So there's a lot of story to be told, and technically you're not wrong, as far as like time travel and crazy stuff goes, because there is the world between worlds, which Dave Filoni did introduce in Rebels and then brought back in Ahsoka season 1. So we shall see. I doubt that they do anything like that to kind of change the timeline or
Sure.
undo something that was already done, especially since that was a Dave Filoni's decision to kill Maul towards
That's
the end of
ballsy.
Rebels.
That's
Yeah,
really ballsy to do in like an
yeah.
animated show.
Well, he was resurrected in an animated show.
That's also true. That's also true.
So
That's fair, I guess.
the
Yeah.
only
Okay.
live action Maul up until that point was the Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Solo
Okay.
didn't exist. So all of his character development happened in Rebels, right?
Okay.
Or sorry,
Yeah.
not in Rebels. All of his character development happened in Clone Wars. And then we didn't have that final season of Clone Wars, which gave a little bit more closure to him. And then Rebels gave us even further closure towards him, but had to get him out of the picture before the original trilogy because obviously he
Okay.
wasn't around then.
Sure. Okay.
So, yeah, but it's a very poetic end, and I do like that end for him. I remember when that episode first aired, I didn't love it, but the longer time has passed, the more I've looked at it, the more I've actually I would like for you to, once you've seen it, there's a video of Sam Witwer explaining that whole scene as well.
Okay.
Because it's one final rematch of like old Obi-Wan, old Ben Kenobi versus Maul on Tatooine. And it's him kind of, and again, Sam Witwer goes into all of the explanation as to why the scene unfolded the way that it did, why Maul did the things he did, why Obi-Wan did the things that he did, and it just like it adds just another layer of understanding to and context to it, and makes it just such an even better and more elevated sequence. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Very nice. I also wanted to answer this.
Yeah, go for it.
Darth Maul versus Darth Jar Jar is my number one. Make it a whole like trilogy of movies that spans $5 trillion budget each movie. I think it'll do well.
Okay.
It'll do great.
Okay.
All right. Any final closing thoughts on Darth Maul, Daz? Before we
no, I think yeah. Other than it was
pretty straightforward.
Just a really good season. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty straightforward end. Very great season. I'm excited for a season 2. I hope season 2 is longer. I hope that they go bigger. I hope that those are longer episodes. I hope there's even more content because, again, this is like the best thing that I think they've put out TV wise since that final season of Clone Wars. So
what a great way to celebrate like May 4th. I'll say that for sure. Like
yes, yeah,
like
100%.
It's just fully unbridled lightsaber fun, which I think is ultimately
this is the Star Wars that people have been like
Sure,
crying out for years. Is like, give us lightsabers, give us the Force, give us Sith, give us Inquisitors, give us Jedi. Like, it's all of that.
It's like two of the most iconic Star Wars characters fighting for.
Yeah, dude, we got Darth Vader for like, we got Vader for almost like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
Like, that was insane.
It's exciting, yeah.
And again, he just showed up, aura farmed, and left. Like, that's it. That's all he did. He showed up, killed the Jedi, aura farmed, breathed really heavy, took one shot to the shoulder and locked in, and called it a night. Packed it in.
Yeah.
Again, this is Dave Filoni from last week. Where are you in chat? I need to talk to you about getting this Darth Vader show up and running. So, figure let's discuss. Let's have a meeting. Let's figure something out. I'll get you a new hat. How about that?
Yeah. All right. Well, I will see. I guess we'll see you back this time next year. I'm actually really excited to see where Shadow Lord ranks in our end of the year ranking as well. I think that's going to be. Oh man, I'm actually really excited for that because we've had a lot of really good shows this year, and we will continue. So I think that list is going to be really fun. As we get closer to that. All right, we're going to be moving into our final show of the episode. Here for Devil Wears Prada 2. I mean, Daredevil Born Again. I have accidentally been calling it that same thing. Week. I've been calling it Devil Wears or like Daredevil Wears Prada. I'm like, no, that's not it. I'm adding a word.
I'm surprised nobody's done that.
I've seen fan art. There's
you
fan
have?
art of
Okay.
it where it's like instead of Anne Hathaway, it's Matt Murdock on the title on the poster. It's fantastic. Penultimate episode week of Daredevil Born Again. Holy shit! Holy guacamole! Cannot believe it. I'm sad. Like I said, this has been my favorite show over the last 8 weeks. I'm and maybe it's because I didn't like season 1, and I'm just so happy with what they've done with the second season. I know not everyone is. I know there's been a big talk about like ratings this past week, especially. I don't know if you've seen a lot of that conversation.
No,
where it's
I
like,
haven't.
It's one of the lowest viewed Disney Plus shows, apparently.
Oh, really?
Which is I don't know. Like I was kind of
concerning, I guess.
A little bit. I think
but maybe people are waiting for it to all be out.
That could be it. I think it's a couple things, to be honest. I think season 1 was not received very well, so I do think a lot of the audience that watched season 1 was probably like, okay, I'm maybe not going to watch a season 2, right? I also think another thing we have to take into consideration comparatively to like Ironheart and Miss Marvel and Loki and WandaVision, those shows did not have as much homework as Daredevil.
Yeah.
Daredevil, you have to watch like 14 seasons of television to fully understand the scope. And while you don't fully have to, there is going to be that barrier to entry for a lot of the audience that they're like, well, I'm just not going to watch it.
Let's tally it though. Okay, so 3 seasons of Daredevil.
Yeah.
1 season of Defenders, which is already 4. Then technically 3 seasons of Jessica Jones. 2 seasons of Luke Cage. 2 seasons of Iron Fist. 2 seasons of Punisher.
Yeah.
And then technically also you have to, not have to have, but it would be good if you watched Hawkeye. Echo.
Yeah.
And then
you could argue,
kind of She-Hulk.
Spider-Man and She-Hulk, yeah.
Yeah.
Daredevil is the most consistent character of Phase 4 and 5.
Yes. Yeah.
Which is
pretty much.
Crazy.
Pretty much.
So crazy. He's had a project like every year for the last like 4 years, which is amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Here's what I'll say. Like I've been seeing some stupid takes around this being they're going to cancel season 3. They're not going to cancel it. Season 3 is coming out. Relax.
Yeah. It's being filmed right now.
Now,
I mean, yes, it's happened, but don't even speak that into existence.
Here's what I will say to Brad Winderbaum, and then we will talk about this peak episode because this was a peak episode. Just end season 3 in a way where if it happens to get canceled, it's a great ending. It could be the ending of the show. And honestly, I think most streaming shows should actually do that anyway. I feel like unless you know for sure you're getting a new season, I think you should be ending your TV show as if it could be the possible ending of the show.
Wouldn't that be poetic? That the original Daredevil goes 3 seasons and then Born Again goes 3 seasons?
And this is also like, the Defenders are coming back and you're going to have elements
so we
of,
don't
Spider-Man
even necessarily need another Daredevil season. Like he could still be in other things.
I want the show to go as long as the writers and Charlie Cox and Vincent want the show to go for, right? Obviously,
I do too.
But if it ends in a way, if it ends in a satisfying way, I could be content with a 3-season run in total, 6 to 7 seasons. That's a great run. 6 to 7 seasons of Daredevil is a lot. Like that's a.
Say that again.
I'm not saying it again. Absolutely not. Like that's more than like what? Like that's longer than Supergirl, right? That's 2 less than the Flash. That's 1 less than Arrow. Like that. That's a great run. That's fantastic. So, or like even then you could be like, okay, now we're doing like Defenders and like rebranded or whatever to justify keeping the story.
Defenders, Heroes for Hire.
Heroes for Hire. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, let's talk about episode 7, man.
Yeah.
Part 2 of what I'm kind of calling the like finale. I think like episode 6, 7, and 8 feel like okay, we're building to this climactic ending.
Yeah, it's like it's kind of like a 3-part finale and then an epilogue with the Punisher special. So that's all dropping tomorrow, correct? Is the finale and then the Punisher special?
Punisher's the week following.
It's the week following.
Yes.
Oh, why did I think it was coming out on the same day?
I think originally because we didn't calculate 2 and 3 coming out together, so like when it was announced,
okay.
it was like,
That
wait,
makes
they're airing
sense.
the finale and this together, which I would have hated. That would have been such a
Okay.
stupid move. I'm glad they are not doing
Okay.
that.
I was gonna say that. I was like, that seems like a lot in
That's
one.
yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
I feel better
there's
about
a
that
week.
now.
There's
Okay.
there's a week difference.
Oh, so we technically get one extra week of Daredevil. Well,
We get a
not
full
really.
8 weeks worth
Yeah.
of the show, which is great.
Okay.
But yeah, this was again a very big setup episode. I'd say we're definitely setting the stage for what we do next week. It did a lot of things I thought were coming next week, like the whole courtroom stuff. I thought was fully the finale. I was really shocked when like we were setting everything up, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, we're doing the thing. We are fully doing the court drama of the thing. But I think that's so poetic because that's been like my only, not criticism of the season, but that's been my only like, I do miss the courtroom drama. Like that's one of my favorite elements of Daredevil. And I was like, man, I kind of miss it. And I think it's very fitting to wrap this whole season up with the other side of Daredevil. Like when Daredevil doesn't work, let's bring in Matt Murdock. Let's bring in the other side of his life. And I think they've done a good job this season still implementing it enough. Like you had the good episode with like Swordsmaster earlier on in the season where McDuffie had to come, like she had to come in and do the court stuff. So that kind of kept it alive a little bit. But I think ending it in the whole way of just like, well, let's see if Matt's right. Can the system take care of this? Like he says, being this compromise between Karen and himself of just like, okay, this if maybe we do have to step over the line, but not the way you want, not the way you think. And I think that's a great parallel too with like Jessica's comment. I thought was fantastic too, where she's like, you're going to have to step over the line, Matt. You can't just beat this guy again and send him to prison, which I think is such a nice little reference to her own show where she kills not Gravedigger, like Purple Man,
Kilgrave.
Kilgrave, yeah. She shoots him in the head, right? So I thought that was like a nice little like parallel between Matt and Jessica as heroes and how everyone's kind of pushing him. You gotta do this, man. Like just do it. Was really, really interesting. What did you think of episode 7?
No, I thought it was a great episode, man. I really did. Like there was so many elements that kind of came together this week, but I oddly enough think one of my favorite aspects of it, taking a step kind of away from just all of the mainstream, all the the main Daredevil stuff, is the end of Daniel's story.
Yes,
I think that was, to me, that kind of a storyline that we were kind of building in the background all season, and I guess technically all the way back to season 1. And I was like, okay, where is this going? This character's kind of starting to grow on me, but he's also kind of a jerk. Like, do we like him? Do we not? And then his friendship kind of blooming and blossoming a little bit with Buck throughout the season as well, who inevitably ends up becoming his downfall, which is sad, man. Like, it was actually a very sad part of the episode, a very sad part of the show, and the fact too that it was interspliced there with Matt's prayer at the end is like it all kind of came together and was very it was telegraphed very well. You could feel that, feel them building to it throughout the episode, and I think that was kind of everybody's prediction going into the season too, is that that he was going to die, and either Kingpin was going to kill him or Buck was going to kill him.
Yeah.
And we went through the Buck kills him door.
Yeah.
Do you know the background on that? As far as the alternate ending that was shot
I heard,
and never used?
I heard they had 2 different versions of it. One where Buck lets him live and he scurries off and stuff like that, which I'm curious, long term, what would that have been like? Would he have come back as a series regular next season, and what that would have looked like? But I am very satisfied with how it ends. I think it's a very, very fitting end. I think Daniel has graduated into the Hall of Fame of original comic book characters for me. up in like the Harley Quinns and the John Diggles and the, the like Dreamers and the Terry McGinnis kind of category. Maybe not on the same level as some of those, but I as this original character, like he had such a great impact. I think he's one of the most realistic characters I have ever seen.
For sure.
Media.
For sure.
I think he's kind of displayed it like what would the everyday person be like if they were in this kind of crime comic booky kind of world. And I think, I think we all like to imagine that when it comes down to it, we will do the right thing in these scenarios, that like we will be the hero and that we will be the one to stand up. But you simply won't know that until you're in that situation. You will not know what you're able to do until you do it. And I think it's such, as fucked up as it is, I think it's such a realistic thing where he almost does it. He almost like delivers her to Buck, and it was.
And I oddly enough thought that that's how they were going to go. I was like, oh, they're like full on.
They're going to do
committing him to the dark side, which is why I was so impressed with what they did in Maul. Right, is because they subvert your expectation and do the thing that they did in this show, which is bad guy. Oh no, I'm going to make the right choice in the end, even if it gets me killed. Like that is a trope. Right, as far as like you see that happen a lot in these shows, so I'm happy when they go the opposite direction, which I guess kind of ties into another character as well. We'll circle back to that in a minute, but it ties into Heather and her arc as well as the descent into madness, the good character that is becoming an antagonist.
I think we almost needed him to be good in the end, because I think this season has been an allegory for what's happening right now in the world, and I think we need to show on screen that good people can still exist, and even if you make the wrong choice, you could turn it around and make the right one and be like, I did mess up. Let me live with my mistakes. And I think it's really important for people. Hey, even if you made the wrong choice, it's not too late. You can still do the right thing, or you can at least try to amend for what you've done.
You can try to do the right thing and then get shot in the head by Buck.
I will say, maybe I would have been like, all right, let me go run and get a gun real quick, and let me try to like defend myself.
Yeah,
like,
what was the plan here, buddy? Like, what were you trying to accomplish?
Stupid.
What did you like? He was literally going to die. Like, I thought that he was gonna fight back a little bit. I thought he was gonna have one final trick up his sleeve. Like, oh, haha, we're gonna,
his jacket or whatever.
Like, haha, we're gonna expose you. Like, hey, Buck, I got you one final hot dog. Let's, have a, a last meal. Like, nothing like that.
Yeah.
It was because because that scene was set up to originally have him live. So there was not that, from what I understand, not two versions of that scene shot. Is they CGI'd over that. So if you go back and look at it, when he gets shot, he kind of like just like really quickly like drops to the floor. So they went back, they CGI'd that. That wasn't what was filmed. It doesn't seem like. What initially happened is he, like, I guess, shot beside him or something like that, and then just let him go. But they used that same footage, made it look like he got shot in the head, and then Buck walks out. Instead of shooting to the side, Buck leaves and, just lets him go. Which, to some extent, too, if they had done that, would have been dishonest to Buck's character. Because Buck doesn't have a heart like that. He doesn't care about anyone like that. Like, he, yes, took an interest in Daniel, but, like, he didn't really care. Like, of all people, Daniel is not the person that is going to make Buck grow a heart.
I don't know if I agree with that. I think he does grow a heart. I think for anybody else, with anybody else, he would have shot him instantly. He wouldn't have cared. But he's struggling to kill him. He's having a really hard time.
So it's a conscience. It is showing that he's struggling. It's showing that he's breaking a little bit. But I don't think, in my mind at least, the way that this season was set up, there was no doubt in my mind that Buck would kill Daniel.
I agree.
Given the order. Like,
but I think he's going to regret it. I think
of course, I do too.
I think we might see not the redemption of Buck, but I think we're going to see the conscience of Buck maybe haunt him a little bit next season.
Maybe especially with everything that's going to be going on with Heather, if they're going to really kind of put them together and pair them up, like, technically wouldn't Buck almost be somebody that Heather would go after?
Ooh, maybe.
You know, like I think that might put them on opposing sides, or at least maybe him watching somebody else do what he's doing from the outside. Maybe he's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be just like taking blind orders from these people.
It's tough because I can't fully talk about it. Like,
yeah, I know. I'm like very
predictions for tomorrow.
I'm very much so like dancing around it. Like we know too much. It's tough to predict anything.
I'll just say I'm really, really, really curious where we take Buck next season. What is his, if he's even in next season? I assume he will be. I hope he is at least because I really enjoy him. But like, what does he do? Like maybe he is tied to where I think Heather will be going.
All right, so dude, we're gonna create our own Dark Avengers already. So, did you see the memes of everybody saying that Buck and Daniel were the evil Matt and Foggy?
Yeah.
Just like this week, Heather is evil Karen.
I think there are some photos out next week of like Buck and Matt having like an interaction for the finale.
Interesting. Okay.
So that's going to be interesting too. Like I saw all the memes being like, oh, it's good. It's good Matt and bad Matt having like talking to each other. Which was funny.
I love that how everybody. But isn't that actually kind of poetic? How each character has like their opposite in the season. Like everybody's got an inverse as like this would be you if you didn't have a code. I think Bullseye is kind of that as well. For like he's the evil Daredevil, right? If Buck is the evil Matt, then Bullseye is of course the evil Daredevil.
Yeah,
you know.
This is the vibe I get as well. I don't get the sense that he like likes what he's doing. I think it's almost the like what's it called?
No, it's a means to an end.
I think it's a situation of he's in it for so long where it's like, well, I can't quit now.
Yeah, it's a means to an end, and it's strictly survival.
Yeah.
I don't think he's not conquest. He doesn't enjoy like inflicting pain, right?
Again, like
he doesn't do it for the love of the game. He does it because he's ordered to. He's ordered to, and he's good at it. Those are the reasons why he's doing it.
I can't wait till next week because we can fully dive into what I think we're going in. But
I know.
I think I could see Buck's heel turn happening maybe next season. Like where I think he's going.
But like, would they really do that? Would they have him kill Daniel and then instantly the next week be like, maybe I shouldn't have done that?
I don't think next week.
I don't. You're saying next season. You're saying next season.
I think this is really going to affect him. I think killing Daniel is going to open his eyes to like, what am I doing? Like what? Like this was a good person, a person I called a friend, and I just did this. And where we know next season is going, I assume going to a version of what I think will happen tomorrow. Like I think that's going to be an extra push of like, whoa, this is maybe an out for me. Like maybe I don't have to do this, but now what do I do? Like I think there's some cool, and then what we're dealing with Heather as well.
Here, talk about that for a second without spoiling anything. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick.
Sure.
Because I know it's gonna be tough for me to say anything without spoiling it, but I'll be right.
Okay. Heather this week was also pretty interesting, I'd say. They had that conversation with Fisk, which I had a hard time kind of vibing that conversation. I was like, does he hate what she did? Does he respect what he did? Is he buying his time? But I thought their conversation was very canon. I thought that was really interesting. Bullseye is basically an evil version of Daredevil and Hawkeye. Yeah, kind of. Predictions for tomorrow. Predictions. Well, I think. How do I talk about it without spoiling it? I think something's going to happen to Matt. I think something's not going to happen to Kingpin. I almost feel like I could just talk about it transparently, to be honest, because I feel like everyone here has seen what's going to happen. Oh, what else is going to happen? I think we're going to get another Defenders teaser, even if it's just via Jessica Jones. Maybe she makes a call being like, hey, we should get together or something like that. We already know. I know most people know, but like, what if there's one person who doesn't know, or like someone on playback who's like, "Wait, what?" I wouldn't feel right with myself if I just like blur. I know we have. I don't know. There's also a lot of footage. I kind of want to. Man, did I save it? Someone put together a video. I want to see if I can find it. Somebody put together a video of like all the scenes that we haven't seen yet, and I kind of want to. I didn't save it. God damn it!
It is
Let's see if I can...
Evil Daredevil.
I was just talking to them. There's a video somewhere that someone put together where it's like all the scenes we haven't seen in the season yet, like based on trailers we've got. I can't find it, but there was a lot of scenes where I'm like, whoa, there's a lot here, and I'm like, this has to be like a long episode.
Do we have a runtime for the finale?
I can look it up.
Here, I'll look that up. You continue looking what you were doing.
I don't know.
Born Again season 2 finale runtime. Will it tell me? Season 2 finale, episode 8, titled "The Southern Cross," has reportedly a runtime of 51 minutes.
51. Okay, that's about average for the season, I'd say.
Yeah. Which I will say they've done really well this season. There's not been a like short 20-30 minute episode like there was last season. There's been no filler at all this season, which has been great. So I'm very very pleased with that for sure.
Yeah.
What do you think what do you think about Bullseye's like start of redemption this week?
I don't know if redemption is the word I'd use. But
not necessarily redemption. Okay, maybe that was a little too far. Penance.
He has a great scene. Yeah,
how about that?
I think Bullseye's just gonna do whatever he wants to do in the moment. I don't think he necessarily has like an allegiance necessarily. He's like, oh, you want me to kill some guys? Sure, yeah, of course I'll kill this person. I don't give a fuck.
He's like, cool. I like killing people. I'll do it.
Yeah, of course I'll do it. Yeah.
You met Murdoch. I'll kill anybody for you. Just let me know.
Yeah, no, I thought that scene was just genuinely incredible, not Incredibles. That'd be a crazy Incredibles 3 twist.
Absolute Incredibles.
That'd be a crazy twist. But no, I thought that scene was great. I loved his and he just walks out. Like, it's such a good scene. And I also love that for the episode itself, because the whole episode, I'm like, what's the favor? At first I'm like, oh, he's gonna break Karen out of prison, and that also would have been cool because Karen would have been like, I'm not fucking going with you. Are you crazy?
Well, I did like how when he did go to prison, or to go to see her in prison, he's like, I'm not here to get you out. Let's just talk shop. You got to go back, and she's like, yeah, no.
They're on the same
I'm
page.
cool with it. Yeah. And they did have their kind of reconciliation as well, which I felt was kind of quick, but I guess given the circumstances makes sense.
Mahoney officially came back as well, which was such a nice little oh, that's so great. If you haven't seen the original,
cool.
You're not gonna get it. I freaked
the
out
moment he walked in. I don't know why I didn't think he was coming in this season. I thought he was. Yeah. I thought they were saving him until season 3. Okay.
No, okay. He was confirmed a while ago. He was in the. I wish he wasn't in the trailers and stuff though, because
Oh no, you're right. That was a shot from the finale, not from season. I don't know why I thought that was a season 3 set photo.
No. They confirmed it a while ago. It would have been nice to be like, oh shit, it's you, and that's so nice. Because I freaked out when he appeared. My mom's like, who is this guy? And I'm like, he's a cop guy, and he's like it doesn't sound important when I say it, but he's such a big character.
He was the guy. He was the cop in the original show.
And he's back next week, I think, as well. Okay.
Yeah.
There are 33 seconds of trailer footage from episode 1 that we have not seen yet.
Can we see said footage?
Yes, I'm pulling it up.
Roll the tapes.
My DM's open? My DMs are not open. Okay, we are good to go. Can you guys see? This is okay? Let me... Yeah. There we go.
Nice.
I hope you can walk because I'm not carrying you.
Are you ready?
Finally. Out of hand. Can you stop him?
Not alone. But it's gonna be a bloodbath.
Then this should be tons of fun.
Is that almost all the trailer stuff of her?
As we speak, this city back.
Ooh.
Stop him?
Outstanding. I feel liberated. This city back. Vengeance.
Yeah, this is somebody just cut their
I hope
own
you can walk
finale
because I'm
trailer.
not carrying you.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah,
That's
just like an
I've been
out of order finale.
liberated. Just the raw cut. It's so funny. A lot of Jessica, like almost all the marketing for Jessica Jones we saw in the trailers are in this, which I'm excited for. We're gonna get
right. Well, I'm interested to see how you're feeling on that, because she's been like severely underutilized, it feels like, in the last couple of episodes.
I think, you know, I've been satisfied with, you know, what they've given her. I know some people aren't exactly so funny. just the rock cut. It's so good. But yeah, I'm okay with it. I also think it helps that, like, we know she's gonna be in a lot more next season.
Yes, true.
A bigger player. True. Like, she's in this season more than Punisher was in last season, right? So
that's true.
So
well,
I don't know.
I feel like Punisher was in it more. Like,
well, you know what though. I guess it depends on next week, because he was in a lot of the final episode.
Yes,
the final episode.
Well, I mean, she basically is this season's Punisher. That makes sense. Is like shows up a little bit like close to the end, here and there, and then has a big not arc, but just like a big presence in the finale.
You know what I was
like?
saying,
Okay,
though?
that makes sense.
The episode 4 scene with John Bernthal is low-key one of my favorite Marvel television scenes of all time, where it's like, what about Foggy? Did Foggy get life? Like that like 8-minute like dialogue scene.
Mm-hmm.
Probably the best.
Well, because it reminded me of their like initial conversation on the rooftop when he's like all tied up there. Like, oh man.
Yeah.
And just like their bickering throughout the season too, as well. Like,
it's been fun. It's not
fun.
like to the degree it was in like Defenders, but honestly, I think that kind of goes. I think that's more so just she's matured and she has a daughter now, and like having kids does like change you. I want to go. I kind of just want to actually just go through it shot by shot, just really quick.
Wait, what's your favorite Jessica Jones Daredevil like back and forth? The one that I liked was when she was like, "I'm gonna punch you so hard you see."
That might be it. Same with the horns is good too. There's a line that the horn she had in Defenders, which I actually do kind of hope they get back to it a little bit, because I think that's why I was so excited for her to be in the season, because their banter is so good, and she's been kind of nice.
They're not ears, they're horns.
Yeah,
she has seemed like a lot like happier and like more toned down, oddly enough. But it makes sense because because she's got a daughter now, right? Like that's gotta be it. I do want them
to put it back a little bit though. Like if we get like a special with her or something, I want to see.
Oh no, Jessica Jones nerfed.
Yeah, I want to go through this though, because there was a couple of things I was excited about.
I hope you can walk because I'm not carrying
you. All the Jessica Jones stuff. It seems like that's going to be the cornerstone of this episode. Is just those two working together. This fight scene too that we've been waiting for.
I think that's the other hallway scene. I think that a lot of the people that got like early review copies are talking about. Because I think they've been teasing like a second hallway fight. Like if you count the one in like the prison break scene as the first like one take hallway scene, I think this is another one potentially.
I think this is smart too to give one very big fight scene at the finale, because how do I word this for spoiler sakes? There might not be as many next season, at least for a minute, or at least in the same way, if you know what I mean. Like not to say there won't be. I bet there will be fight scenes next season, but they might be a little different.
Yes,
if you catch
I agree with that. I agree with that. Yes, this is very, very well put. Very well said.
Yeah. Okay. So Jessica is in this. Oh man, Jessica Jones and Daredevil in a hallway fight. Ooh, that's exciting. Because, yeah, we haven't really seen Jessica do much action this season. Like, there's a one fight scene, but she got nerfed. So I do need Jessica. I do need them to show off how badass and cool Jessica Jones is.
Yes.
Because I feel like if you're just watching this show, you're like, as a whole, if you're just watching the show, you're like, who's Jessica Jones? Because they haven't really explained it. She just there's some woman just shows up with a kid.
No, she just shows up and has a history with everybody.
Out of hand. Can you stop him?
Can you stop him? Okay.
Alone.
Not alone. Okay.
Defenders.
But it's gonna be a bloodbath.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Then this should be tons of fun.
I'm so excited. That's gonna be great.
Assassins.
More or more Bullseye stuff. I'm
Yeah.
excited to see what role. Honestly, wasn't sure if he was going to be like. I was thinking, oh, maybe he's done for the season. But we get more. I wonder if he tries to assassinate Fisk again. Maybe that's his role.
Keep it paused on this screen. Is that Bullseye back there behind Fisk, or
This right here?
is that Buck?
This lady or who?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, who is that?
It looks like a lady to me, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
But the way they, well, I guess actually this doesn't really matter because they didn't. Marvel didn't put it together. Some person did. But I just see this shot and then his head, and I'm like, oh no, he's gonna shoot Fisk. But that could just be how the person put it together, not.
Oh yeah. Well, it looked like the sniper is a daytime shot. That was a nighttime shot.
Yeah. That's a cool shot. Look at this shot. The like camera spin.
They do.
Look at
They
this.
really upped their cinematic flair this season. It got a lot closer to the original show, which I was very, very pleased by.
This might be the thing I'm most excited for. Like, some of the best stuff in the show is when Charlie and Vincent are just like dialoguing to each other. They've
Mhm.
never done a dialogue in a courtroom. Like, we are going to see them
interesting.
match for match each other in the courtroom setting.
Bar for
when, like,
bar.
When like Matt Murdock does full on lawyer,
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. I've missed that. I love when like there's a power that Charlie has when he, like, you know, he brings out his inner lawyer. Like when
Yeah.
he came out this episode, when he like busts through the doors, being like Matt Murdock, I'm here. Also, what a crazy thing! Like that would be such crazy news. Like person
Yeah.
we thought was dead comes into the courtroom. Like that's headlines for a week.
Yeah.
Like that's
With
such
like a
massive
with
thing.
with like a nice fresh haircut too.
It's like, wait, where were you? Like, and I feel like it was almost a risk because they could have thrown out anything he had to say, being like, okay, so where the hell were
Yeah.
you? Like, is any of this even valid?
Well, I mean, that's not even. It wasn't really even a valid court proceeding to begin with. So like,
Sure,
doesn't-
like they're not
it-
playing by the rules either.
Yeah, yeah. So okay,
As we-
my question for you, again, with dancing around what we know about next season, do we pull an arrow here?
I think
Do
so.
we get it? Do we get a? The truth is, I am Daredevil, and then that's why that's why we are where we are at the beginning of season 3.
I'll just say it. I think that's happening by the end of the season. I think enough
Okay.
people knows it's happening. I
Okay.
think he either does it though, or Fisk is in court. What if he's like,
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Matt
I think
Murdock
that
is
it's
Daredevil.
yeah, it's like you can't believe you can't believe anything Mr. Murdoch says. He's a vigilante. He's one of them. He is
But then
the devil of Hell's
deal
Kitchen.
with like, and like maybe that's the plan. Like maybe that's if he gets impeached, that's how they do it. Being like, well, you knew Matt Murdock was a daredevil. Like you defended this this vigilante
Defended.
for months. Like you hid this from us. Like
Yeah.
everything you've been saying is a
Right,
lie.
you literally went against your own beliefs and
Yeah.
covered up the fact that Matt Murdock was Daredevil for your own selfish gain.
Which I think he's getting impeached no matter what via the like, what the lady, the like frickin'
Yes, technically Iron Man did it first, but Iron Man didn't go to where Oliver went when he revealed himself.
Well, he went to space jail, I guess. What does this say here? I want to hear this line again.
He said, "I've been liberated."
We speak the city back.
As we speak. Okay. This shot's interesting. This shot's really interesting. They have like a
I think that's a
party?
flashback. I think it's a flashback. Isn't that supposed to? Isn't that where they had their?
Is that where the season ended? Like season 3
No,
ended?
no, no. So remember their meeting spot? Isn't this like where they had their
Okay.
first date or something like that? Is that correct?
Maybe.
Am I missing
That
something?
you might be right. This isn't Josie's though, is it? This is like somewhere else. This
No,
is a
no, no,
different
no. Again, I think that's the spot that they've been meeting at whenever they
Season
get
2.
separated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, maybe that's a flashback. Maybe
That's
you're
just
right.
a flashback. I think.
That would make a lot more sense. Okay, that shot's interesting.
Outstanding.
Run it back. Run it back.
we gotta listen to it again.
This city back.
Okay, wait. That shot's important. That shot's really. Hold on, I missed it. We're gonna listen to it again.
Outstanding.
So is that I can't. I want to. Where's I was gonna keep playing, but I'm trying to find. There's a shot. With,
You
like,
should
the
just
three of
change
them together.
the title of the stream.
So yeah, this is I'm curious about. We have everyone here. Like we have Cherry,
Yeah.
Karen, Matt, Jessica, White Tiger,
Baby White
and then
Tiger. Yeah.
Mahoney is back here as well with all the like protesters and Daredevil people.
I don't know why I want to keep calling him Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes.
This city back.
Breaks loose. This shot's interesting.
Vengeance.
Oh, so he's just fully just like unveiling on the people of New York.
Yeah, so he gets exposed for sure. He gets
Maybe
exposed
he
for who he
finds
truly
out.
is.
Yeah, like he all breaks loose. Yeah, like he gets impeached and he's like, well, fuck it. Like if the people know who I am, I'll just be full.
Yeah, Fisk is just gonna get a 5-star wanted level.
And so yeah, I wonder if that's where the hallway scene is.
Oh wait, does Fisk get the hallway fight?
Ooh, maybe. Look
What
at
if
this.
that's a subversion? Also, who are these guys? Are these?
I think they're protesters. I think like
But they're wearing
like the
Yeah, but
Daredevil mask.
yeah, but they're also like they also kind of look like the Hand a little bit. I know they're not, but like, don't
I think
don't
it's just. I think it's just the whole thing of just like
maybe I'm just being,
Daredevil.
yeah.
Daredevil was like the symbol, so they're all wearing like the Daredevil getup, I guess.
Yes. Okay.
And
okay.
that probably puts them over the edge of just like you are supporting this vigilante, like you deserve what's coming or whatever. Like
when I was a boy, this would not slide.
when I was a boy, there was no Daredevil.
No, Matt Murdock. No due process.
God, I'm so excited for this final episode. I'm so excited to just have the whole season out and we can look at it as like a finished project. And
Yeah, me too. And then start freely talking about season 3.
yeah. You think there's any chance we get like a Punisher cameo or something?
I think we get a post.
cameo
I think we
in
get a
general?
post credit, maybe a post credit scene that sets up the beginning of the Punisher special, because Punisher was the post credit scene of the first season. So maybe we get a continuation of that post credit scene to set up for that special that's coming out the following week.
I got muted somehow. I don't know why. I could also see a little like cameos or maybe some of the other characters, like, or at least a tease for it, like Jessica calls Luke or whatever. Like we get like a voice cameo. I think that's definitely possible. He's like, "Hey, Luke, is that you?" Hey,
Also,
Jessica,"
what
or something
happens?
like that.
Here's one thing we don't know about, and I guess we haven't seen anything whether he's there or not. Mr. Charles, what happens with him
Sure.
at the end of the season?
Yeah. We should also say, I don't think we talked about it yet, but like the Mr. Charles scene this week does confirm that Luke's working for him, which they kind of had said last week. I wish they didn't say it last week because that would have been such a good like holy shit, yeah, this is crazy moment.
What is Luke Cage? Some sort of hero for hire?
I wonder. I'm curious the status of Luke and Jessica as well. Like it's all but confirmed at this point that that's Luke's daughter, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's all but they've said it. But like if you know Luke's daughter,
if you know the comics, yeah.
Yeah.
If you know the comics, you know, yeah.
Yeah. So like I get the impression that they're not currently together. Like maybe they split up sometime after they had her or whatever.
The way that I read it was just like it's like he's on a work trip. You know what I mean? That's how I'm reading it. Is maybe it's
Would
like
he have gone though if it?
Yes. So I think it's almost like a sacrifice play. Is he doesn't want to put Jessica or their daughter at risk. So Luke, being the one with the working powers, I would presume, goes on this mission for hire. Maybe he brings along his buddy Danny Rand with him.
I wonder. Also, I guess there's the possibility it's not even his choice. Like we could be doing like Suicide Squad style. Like if this is Miss Fontaine, she's not known for being the nicest, right? Like she'll be like, yeah, go here. As if you don't, there'll be consequences. Like you have to do this. I own you, kind of thing. So maybe like you're right. I think actually I appreciate that more than like he's a deadbeat dad. Like I don't want that, right?
No, of course not. I don't think that. Yeah, I don't think that's the case at all. I think he's literally on a business trip. Is what it is. He's on a superhero business trip.
The way it sounds, though, I think it's been a while. Like it seems like
it has been a while
for a long time.
But I think it became more than he signed up for. You know, is I think that he was hired to do this job, and this job unfolded into again more than maybe he bargained for, which is possibly how we get Iron Fist coming back into it. Maybe this was a job that initially. It was just Luke hired for. It went, make the plan, execute the plan, expect the plan to go off the rails, throw away the plan.
It'd be a great special presentation. Like if you could film something like that before season 3 comes out, that'd be sick. Just like Luke and Danny on this mission across seas or whatever.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Just call it Heroes for Hire. Come on,
that'd be great. Like have it be like a backdoor pilot for like their own thing or whatever. Like.
Imagine if they had, like, it couldn't happen because Mike Coulter can't keep a secret, but imagine if it was done secretly before they came back.
They're on set together. They'd be like, hey, for these next 2 weeks, we're filming this episode 9. And it's like their own special presentation that they will put out before. I could see it.
Yeah.
Like, they could if they wanted to. I don't think they will.
I mean,
they could.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Harrison. That is the perfect. That's why special presentations exist.
Oh, now I want it. And we're not going to get it. We need Fisk and Doctor Doom to share a scene. When I was a boy, Doom, I saw Iron Man on the TV, and you look just like him.
Victor Von Doom. Interesting.
So funny.
Were you ever a boy like me?
My God. Anything else from the episode we haven't talked about? I mean, the Heather stuff. I talked about the Heather stuff when you went to the bathroom. I was a little confused by the scene a little bit. I was like, what's the vibe he's giving off here? I couldn't tell if it was a threat or like, I respect you, and like a weird grieving mindset of just like, you know what, you're like me and I like your moxie kind of thing. I couldn't tell.
I think it was almost like a agree to disagree. Like we're both like, it's almost like two dogs barking at each other, and they're both like barking really loudly, and they realize nobody's gonna really win because they're both on opposite sides of the fence and they can't get to each other right now. So it's just like, okay, let's just like agree to like call it right there, and we're gonna resume this fight at a different time.
Who, Fisk and Heather?
No. I'm saying Karen and Heather. Yeah.
I was talking about Fisk and Heather and like the like earring scene.
The ear. Okay.
And I couldn't tell if that was like a threat or like I respect you.
That was I see you for who you truly are, and I should be mad. But we're going to use this. But yeah, I should be mad, but I respect it. We're going to use this because I don't have a lot left. And post that scene is then when we get the scene with her and Karen, right? Yeah. Where she goes a little more like, and we're just seeing again, that's evil. She's evil Karen.
Karen's had a rough day. Like she gets choked out by Fisk in the first couple minutes.
And gets laughed at by Fisk. No, mind you.
It's so good. But
2 hours
that-
of Wilson
that
Fisk
scene's
saying,
great.
"Ha!"
I saw that. That was great. But like that was also like one of I think Karen's best scenes where it's like, oh, like you're scared, like you are losing control, and I can see it, and I love it. I love the it's so good.
Yeah.
I think they've made Karen such a badass character. Like,
Well, it's so
they've
funny.
made-
She feels like she's acting like she's got some sort of powers or something
yeah.
this season. Like
I don't think
she's like
cares
not
anymore.
scared. No, she's not scared of like anyone or anything. She's just like, all right.
She's at a point where, and I also think Karen's kind of losing it a little bit this season. Like she's on her last rope a little bit, which I
Mhm.
actually really like. I think that's a really good decision.
She's kind of at her breaking point. Yeah.
She's gone through this almost 4 separate times where it's like, we won, we beat Fisk, I can't believe this. And it just keeps happening. It keeps happening
Mhm.
again and again and again. And she doesn't care. Like she's like, if I die doing this, I'll die doing this. I like it will be worth it. And she's lost so many people in the process of this.
Right.
I it's not going to happen, but I want to give her an Emmy for the season because she is every episode she's acted her ass off. She's done such a brilliant job. I think she might be my MVP of season 2, and it's so strange that there was a world where they're like, nah, we're not going to bring her back. We're going to leave.
Did you see that interview where she talked about like when they were, bringing the show back and she didn't get the call and she was like upset and everything, and then she talked about how when they changed everything and then called her to come back to the show, she like had to think about it for a minute as far as like the actress that plays Karen.
That.
Yeah, is like she was like, okay, well, why was I not included in the original version of the show? Why are you bringing me back now? Is it actually like, does it make sense? Is it a good reason to bring me? And like, 100%, like,
yeah,
right decision, correct decision. Everything that was changed post that original vision for the show, 1,000,000 times better than it would have been if they had gone down the recasting / reboot route.
I cannot imagine they recast Karen and kept Charlie and Vincent.
Well, no,
like,
but here's the thing: is your new cast members that you had in season 1 of Born Again were your new characters, right? Is those were the characters that you would have had instead of them? Would have Heather instead of Karen. You would have, I guess his partner at the law firm instead of Foggy. And so all of these. You would have all of these new characters surrounding Matt and Fisk, but also this is a Matt and Fisk that didn't have the history of the first 3 seasons of Daredevil.
At that rate, you should just redo the whole thing. Just like do a Daredevil reboot with a new cast of characters.
Exactly.
It's such a strange choice to be like, okay, people love these 2 actors, and we'll just bring them back, but nothing else around. It was such a strange.
Right. It was such a misinterpretation of what people liked about the show. It wasn't like people only liked Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio, right? It's like people enjoyed Daredevil because of the supporting cast and the show that it was and the stories that it was telling and how all of these characters, changed and evolved and interacted with each other, not just for the 2 title characters.
Yeah. And I think, the actor who plays Bullseye also talked about this and how he was also hurt. And if he was hurt, I think Bullseye's a character you could have done the show without Bullseye. Like as good as he is, he's not like a main casting character.
No, he was like a teaser at the end of 3, but like you didn't need to have him back.
That, yeah.
Especially not immediately, but like then bring him back and make him such a large character and make him a character like that you care about so much. Like he had a really good story in season 3. Like I didn't think you could top what they were doing with him in season 3.
I think they've at least got close.
They've given him even more layers and depth and dimensions than I ever thought possible. Like this is what we wanted, say like on The Flash when we talked about wanting like more Thawne, right?
Sure, yeah.
Which also, once again, this shows why he would be a great cast for a
I could see
DC Universe Thawne.
I could see him as Thawne, yeah.
That would be great. I have also, to all my Resident Evil fans out there, have seen people fan casting him as Leon Kennedy, which I would also be very, very okay with. I think that'd be nice as well.
Yeah.
Who I saw something in chat that I wanted to bring up. I don't know. Well, where's chat? Where are chats going today? Like, I see something and then it like disappears. Oh, Cameron.
What? Okay.
We see Muse in the background of the Karen and Heather scene.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
That was a great shot, too. Yeah.
Yes. I wonder why. Wink, wink.
There's also so much of that, like, again, if you have not seen the Netflix show, you're not going to like that scene is so layered in background information, like how she killed Wesley and how she killed her own brother. And my mom was like, wait, what? I was like,
who's Wesley?
It's such a long story. I was just like, she had a past or whatever. And so like, I just love how they're so, it's interesting.
They're so free with bringing up stuff from the old show this season, where in last season, it felt like they were dancing around it. Like the entire show set would implode if they mentioned season 1 through 3.
It's interesting because their strength is their weakness, right? Like they would probably get more views if it was a more standalone show and whatever. But I think it serves the show best that it has 30 episodes or whatever of like all this background and all this history and this entire world. And Deborah has like talked about in the podcast, and I haven't watched the last couple episodes. I had to get caught up with the podcast, but one of the early ones is she talks about, she has a journal of Karen Page from season 1, and she's written down all these little tiny details about her life and who is Karen, and like the way she looks in scenes and the way she talks and her background character, and like little things that the new people wouldn't know about Karen because they weren't around in the original era. I think that stuff is so important. You wouldn't get that if you just it's a new Karen with a new whatever, or just have her do her own thing. So great stuff. Great. I'm in love with the show. I think it will end up being my number 1 of 2020. Well, I mean, up until this point, shows we've had.
I think it'll definitely be a strong contender for the best Marvel Disney Plus season.
It's my number 1 outside of X-Men at this point. And I can't wait for you to do back-to-back Daredevil with. Oh, it's gonna be so peak. It's gonna be great. But I think we're gonna call it here. Get out of here before we hit the iconic 3-hour mark. Thank you everyone who popped in with us and chilled with us today. This was a very
thank
fun.
You guys. Thanks for joining us for a special Star Wars Day exclusive, Star Wars Day themed episode.
Absolutely, it was very fun. Shout out to Ben. The thumbnail has been changed, by the way. There was a little bit of a mix-up in communication now that I've looked back through our DMs. So, but we will have that said person on eventually. So,
okay.
No worries in that department.
Darren, it was just blatant clickbait.
Like halfway through, I was like, I need to change this because I posted this in their own Discord server. I need to change this. Don't
That's
forget
crazy. That's crazy that you can that you did the thumbnail like on the fly there. By the way,
well, I had 2 made.
Oh, you did. Okay. I was like, I don't know when you would have just had time to just like cook up a new like banger thumbnail. Like that's very impressive.
Just in case. Although I do need to fix the one. Yeah, Cameron sent some. Was that Cameron that sent that? Cameron wants us to look at something. Let me pull that up really quickly.
Let's go to the archives.
Let me pull this up. Oh, look at that. My door opened. That's great.
Haunted house? Is it Darth Vader? It sounds like it.
Anything you want to say before we wrap up? Watch anything cool this week, Chaz? Any good movies or whatever?
I didn't watch anything new. Let me go through my saved stuff and see if I've got anything. I did actually, not anything new, but I was going through watching some older episodes of Invincible, and just looking back, dude, like that's such a good show, man. Like I know we just finished up season 4, but just like going back watching the older episodes, it's so fun to watch it. Number one, it's fun to watch it with somebody who has no knowledge of
That
Like,
was perfect. That was great.
that was like I'm literally telling people like at work and stuff about this show, and they're like, "What? Like, what are you talking about?" And then like they go do some research and like, "Okay, no, spoil it. Tell me everything." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool, great." So that's been a lot of fun. Like I said earlier, I did play some Invincible versus and got my butt kicked. Again, did not even attempt to go online. I don't know if I will outside of like playing private matches. But like yeah, I did very terribly at it. I spent some time in in the practice mode trying to hone my skills, but I couldn't figure it out. So
We'll have to do some sort of something.
We're gonna keep
I know.
practicing. Yeah.
We'll have to do some sort of game match. I know Lance has been playing as well, so maybe we'll have to send do like a big stream or something at some point.
We could do I had the idea of we do like a YouTuber like bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is make it like a March Madness kind of thing.
Be such a we'd all suck. I know it. Like it'd just be a bloodbath.
It'd be hilarious, yeah.
I saw this around. I hadn't actually read it though. James Gunn explains why he carried over Peacemaker into the DCU. Let's read this. Just honestly, this is kind of fitting though, because I know we had a lot of conversations about that last year. So, was a complete reboot and recasting ever considered? And why did you choose to keep the Suicide Squad Peacemaker cast or some others? Nothing against it. I just wanted to understand the criteria for including some things and not others, and also consequences of that narrative cohesion. And James Gunn said, Peacemaker Season 2 deals were all in place when I came back to head of DC. Okay, so they were already picked up for Season 2 when they made that decision. It was either break everyone's contract or pay out all that money and take away DC's HBO Max's biggest show at the time, or find a way to make it work. I chose the latter mostly though because I love the character and the show, and I thought they could have and they could be an important part of the DCU. That is kind of interesting. So if they weren't picked up already, they probably would have done a complete reboot.
Interesting. I still almost don't know if that's the right choice. Say you're in James Gunn's position, right? You're working with these people that are your friends that you've grown to love working with as actors, as creatives, whatever. You made this amazing first season. It was very popular with the network, this, that, and the other. But then now you are the studio head, and you're given the choice. Hey, you can either pick up the pieces, you can start anew, you can completely reboot. What do you want to do? Even though, yes, you do have a season 2 of this show that's already been picked up, like we can scrap it and just completely start over. You can, fill these people in different roles later on down the track. Like, I guess what would you have done in that scenario? Because I don't necessarily think. Like, morally, I don't think he made the wrong choice, but maybe for the greater good of the actual story he was trying to tell, it might have been the wrong choice. Like, you might have had to just say screw it with all the what was originally planned, and just being like, hey, it's for the best. Like, let's pay it out, cut our losses. We'll recast you guys in other roles later on down the track. But right now, we don't need a season 2 of Peacemaker. We need to just make a new thing.
I think we've talked about this quite a bit last year, but I've been team complete reboot. I think still would have been best. I think starting with Creature Commandos and Peacemaker was a weird choice, and maybe that's one of the reasons I'm maybe not as invested in the DCU right now, because of what is
it kind of started I don't want to say it started in a tainted state, but it started with that carryover, right? Is you still had that DCEU taste in your mouth, and it's hard to draw the line in the sand. And if you again have a casual audience member, it's tough to explain it to them, okay, this is canon, this is not canon, this is canon, don't worry about this, but this character actually does still matter, this character doesn't. There's so many hoops to jump through, and even us that follow all of this, it doesn't always make narrative cohesive sense either.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I've been so like uninvested in the universe, and that pains me so much because I was so excited for this universe. I was so excited. I talked about it for like 3 years straight of just how excited I was. And I don't know. Yeah, and I think this year is the make or break for DC for me. We'll see how Supergirl does. We'll see how Lantern does. Clayface trailer came out a couple weeks ago. I don't think we actually talked about that yet, but like that trailer was incredible. So we'll see. Whatever. I'm curious how this transition. Like, are we going? Like they've said, we're not getting a season 2 of Peacemaker. Maybe this is why. It's like, well, let me not say they're like, let's not up their contract if we're not going to be doing a season 2 kind of thing. But again, I do think the contract thing is interesting. That it all kind of came down to, well, we promised them season 2 already, and I'm not trying to be an asshole and take that away from them. I think is definitely interesting. I think that's that like puts things in perspective a little bit in
It does
an interesting way.
Yeah.
I like Peacemaker season 2 in the DCU, but I want to see the consequences of putting Peacemaker in the DCU. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this is a conversation we'll carry over in Lanterns in a couple months because I know that's supposed to be like the big carryover.
I think that's gonna be a big. That's gonna be a big tell as well. Is like just as the universe continues to develop, like how clean or how messy does it feel?
And when are we getting, like, I know Waller is supposed to be happening as well, which is like a direct continuation, or I guess you can argue a spin-off of the show if that show is still the same as it was pitched as, just lawyer court drama kind of a show.
Yeah.
We're gonna call it a day. We're gonna wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Taz, you have anything in the pipeline, as you will? Anything you're working on?
Yeah, I mean, originally I was gonna, plan on putting out something last weekend. Didn't get around to it. Maybe this weekend. Something again, Assassin's Creed. Something Invincible versus. We're gonna get to something eventually. Once we get the ball rolling, it'll be rolling. One final thing here as well. I did see Harrison post this in the chat. Rexplode towel skin just dropped. If you haven't seen the marketing for that, it is absolutely hilarious. Check out the Invincible versus social media channels. Those are all very funny. Go check it out, and you'll see for yourself.
Okay. Wow, yeah. Go check out Taz's stuff, and amazing stuff.
All right.
Pipeline Thursday. We have After the Credits' very own Ben will be actually on this week. So if you want to see more Ben action from me and him, check it out Thursday. We're talking about the original 3 Punisher movies in preparation for the Punisher special presentation. I've seen none of them and know nothing about them.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm actually going to start that like as we leave here. I'm going to put on that first movie. So that's going to be really fun.
Nice.
And again, stay tuned for After the Credits. Obviously, we said farewell to Maul this week, but next week we are going to continue with the final season of The Boys with the Daredevil finale. And I think we're going to put on the schedule the story for Invincible Versus. So stay in tune for that. Also, again, we announced, actually, I don't think we announced it on here yet. I announced it on Discord. We will be going through X-Men 97 in the coming weeks. So not next week, but I think the week following we are going to be starting X-Men 97. So I am so excited for that. I like I said previously, that's my favorite show I've ever covered on this show. The funnest discussion. So doing it again in preparation for this new season is going to be very, very fun. So don't forget to make you. Yes, I will. Thank you for reminding me. I need to do that on both channels. Thank you for bringing it up. Also, message me anyone who wants the mod status. I always forget to add, and I just add everyone at once when I get the chance. So anyone who wants it, just like DM me about it, and I'll try and make that work. Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts as well. I'm about to finish the first game, so go follow the second channel. We've been having fun with that. All right, I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here.
Yes.
It was a great show, everybody. I will catch y'all on the flip side.
Happy Star Wars Day. Bye-bye.
Happy Star Wars Day. May the Force... May the
May the
Fork
fourth be with you.
Fork. It's fork.
The fork.
The fork.